Everyone, how is it going? It's the final render here, coming at you with another live stream. Indeed it is. Woohoo! Everyone celebrate. Hope everything is okay. Yo, I've been trying to do a few new things with the stream in terms of like the settings and stuff like that to try to get everything working, so I'm a little bit behind schedule technically. I still haven't opened up the creation kit yet, but we will do that right now. So basically, some of the new things which I've done is that I've edited some of the camera settings so that I've actually got more natural lighting, but it means I haven't been able to do audio checks and stuff, so that looks okay. That looks okay. It doesn't look like it is too out of sync and stuff like that, so it should be able to carry on. Not only that, but you may also notice in the description there is something saying that we are streaming using Restream.io, which basically means this stream is now going out to not only you guys on YouTube, but it's also going out onto Twitch as well, which is pretty darn cool. Okay, obviously I haven't actually really put much time into Twitch at all, but however, this stream, which is on YouTube, it's also being broadcast there. But obviously, it doesn't really matter where you do it. Obviously, though, if you are typing and stuff in the chat, it will only appear in the YouTube chat. So that's something to keep in mind. But it's a cool thing, you know, might bring in some new viewers and stuff like that. So that's all very well indeed. Okay, so how about I go ahead and read some of your chats indeed, you know, as we kind of get the stream going, kind of see what people are saying. All right, so let's scroll up the list a little bit and see what's up. Chelsea Taylor says, had to miss last stream? Grr, not again. Exactly damn right, Chelsea Taylor. We don't want anyone missing any of these streams. We want people seeing every single one. But if you do miss it, of course, they do go up on the DVR later on. So you can still watch them if you miss them. However, unfortunately, it's much more fun to go ahead and watch them live, isn't it? So if you miss it, you miss it. But you can still watch it later on. What else have people said? Dirk Bobo says, I'm back. I had the flu. Oh, man, that's horrible. I hate being ill. I don't remember the last time I was actually ill, though. Well, I'm always a little bit ill up here, but to tell you the truth, I don't remember the last time I was actually sick. You know, I don't remember the last time I was really genuinely ill and needed medicine and stuff like that. So, I hope you're better now. I hope you're better now, so that's absolutely fantastic. Alright, so what else are people saying? Fourth Pixel is making good use of the new emote, which he gets from being a sponsor, the little Preston Garvey emote, which is pretty darn awesome. So if you're a sponsor, you should actually go ahead and have a Preston Garvey emote. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do it right here. I'm going to go ahead and type in the Preston Garvey emote. Everyone look at the chat right now. Didn't work. Boom! Everyone look at the chat right there. I just posted an emote of Preston Garvey. And if you're a sponsor, you can do that yourself. I was pretty annoyed actually with the sponsor thing. I thought if I get the 2 sponsors, which YouTube says, it unlocks the emotes. But no, it unlocks 1 emote. If I want to get another emote, then I need to get 5 sponsors. So therefore, if we can get 3 new sponsors today, then we can get a second emote for the sponsors to use, which is fantastic. But yeah, little Preston Garvey emote right there. It was meant to be a GIF, and he actually moves and stuff. I animated it, but unfortunately, it's just an image. But oh well, here's what it is. Here's what it is. So yeah, what else are people saying? William Condon says, like the vid, guys. Damn right, you gotta like the video. How many likes have we got? I actually can't tell on my screen. So go ahead and like the video if you do like it, even though we've only just started. So it's all worth it. Okay, Nigo says, dude, you are epic. You're goddamn right. Well, it's not just me, of course. It's everyone in the community here. These streams are epic because of the community. Halo Madness 007 says, hurry up and start playing. Okay, calm down, buddy, calm down. The creation kit is still loading, as you can see with a little spinny dial right there. It does take time to go ahead and get the actual thing loaded. But what else have we got? Crucified 2002 says, final streams make me calm. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. I like to think that we can go ahead and make people relax, make people have fun, everyone enjoy themselves in these streams, which is exactly what we need. Okay, so we've got that finally loaded up. As you guys know, it takes a very long time for the creation kit to respond. Go ahead and open up this cell so we can go in and get things going. Jack Cameron says 4 likes. 4 likes, guys. Come on, that ain't enough. I see there's 42 people watching and only 4 of you like the stream so far. Go ahead and get a like spike in the stream. Like spike. I don't actually have a graphic for a like spike, but I do have one for the share spike, don't I? Let's see if I can get the share spike like thing going. And boom! There we go. Share spike right there. I need to make one for a like spike, don't I? But yeah, there is a little graphic for the share spike. It was a little bit slow because it's the first time I've run it. Let's try it again. Boom! That's much better now the video is actually loaded and stuff like that. Superb, superb, superb stuff. What else have we got in the chat? Mr. Cyanic17 says, I wanna be in you. Oh my god, is that some of the lyrics from that absolutely fantastic Electric Six song? I think it is. I think that's what he's doing. He's singing that song. Okie dokie. Chelsea Taylor says now there's 25 likes. Okay, that's good. We're getting there. We're getting there. That is exactly what we want to see. We want to see likes on the video, not dislikes. Because, you know, dislikes make me sad. Dislikes make me sad. They really do. Because if there's one thing I hate, it's someone disliking my free content. I was just trying to make free content for you guys. But no, seriously, liking the video really does help spread it and stuff like that. You know, it helps bring in new people. So, it'd be absolutely fantastic if you go ahead and like the video. But be honest, obviously. Be honest. I always want honesty here. Right. So this is what we got up to last time. We have got our fantastic Dystopian Diamond City mod right here. If we can go ahead and load it up. And it's looking pretty darn sweet. Let's go ahead and put that sky on so we can see what it looks like. Ooh, that's pretty darn pretty indeed, isn't it? Pretty darn pretty. Yes, sirree. What time is it in the creation kit? Let's go ahead and mess with the time, actually. See if we can make it... Ooh, that's nice. That looks pretty nice indeed, doesn't it? Oh, look at that lovely Fallout sky. Yes, yes. Alrighty, so what else are people saying? What else are people saying? Oh, we got a notification there. What have we got? Chelsea Taylor has become a sponsor. Chelsea, 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 Chelsea. Everyone congratulate Chelsea Taylor for becoming a YouTube sponsor. That is fantastic. YouTube sponsors are very similar to Twitch subscribers and stuff like that, aren't they? Yeah, we basically pay a small amount of money every month in order to keep the streams going. But obviously, if you are a sponsor, not only do you get special priority in the chat, now Chelsea Taylor has a little icon next to her name to prove to everyone she is a sponsor. But if she types in, comma, I'm going to be doing it in the chat right now, comma, and then types in Fallout, then you see she can now use the Preston Garvey emote, which I just posted in stream. She can now use that, and if we get 2 more, then we get a new emote. You know, basically, YouTube have made it a little game saying that, hey, if you want to get more emotes for your community, you got to get more sponsors, herp herp. I was kind of annoyed they didn't just give me unlimited emotes, because I had loads planned. I had like 10 planned, but no, they only give you 1, and when we hit 5, they give us a second one, you know? So if we want to see more emotes, you need to go ahead and sponsor. Okay, so we are pretty much ready to go now. You know, normally when we start the streams, I've got everything ready. I'm just chatting to you guys, but I've kind of been frantically working to get everything working at the same time indeed. So one thing I'm curious about, is there anyone watching in the Twitch chat? Oh, actually, I don't know. I can't even bring it up, can I? But it's superb. Thank you very much for going ahead and sponsoring there, Chelsea Taylor. That's absolutely awesome. Anyone else wants to do that, of course, then we are one more closer to the next set of emotes, which we need to go ahead and do. And of course, what do we normally do when we go ahead and start the stream? I've already mentioned it, but I didn't actually properly announce it in full ceremonial fashion. When we start the stream, we need to go ahead and get a share spike. That's what we need. We need a share spike. Boom! Right there. So in order to go ahead and take part in the share spike, what you need to do, you need to go ahead and share the stream using the links directly below the chat. I'm going to go ahead and do it now. I'm going to do it to Twitter and say, oh, there we go. We are streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Come join in the building and your suggestions may be used. Because I always take your guys' suggestions into the build. Go ahead and get the spell checker there. Boom! That is my contribution to the share spike. You guys need to do the same. And of course, in proper Twitter fashion, if you go ahead and go to my Twitter, which you can find in the description, you can find a link to it in the description, we will be going ahead and sharing your selfies of you enjoying the live stream. And you want to get people tweeting in their selfies of them watching the stream with their messages, and we're going to do that today as well, because people love the audience participation. Alrighty, so it's time to go ahead and go. Edgy teen trying to be edgier than he actually is, clever name, says, you look like a discount Paddy Constantine. No, Paddy Catiline. I don't think I know who Paddy Catiline is. I know who Paddy Constantine is. I suppose that's actually a nice thing. You know, that's probably a nice little thing to say, really. Is it? Yeah, I'd say so. Well, assuming you mean Paddy Constantine. Anyway. Alrighty, so, what else have people said? Joe Potter says, done it before you even came on, just as you came on. Oh, what, the share spike? Well, thanks very much, Joe Potter. That is fantastic stuff. Lovely to go ahead and see that. Chelsea Taylor says, 4th Pixel, who is also a sponsor, says, yes, he always leaves a day between his streams. That is true. We stream every 2 days, typically speaking. We didn't stream yesterday, so we're streaming tonight. Alright. So let's talk about what we're going to do. You know, well, firstly, we actually started building up this little stage, and we said we needed to get rid of that mausoleum. That's going now. We don't like that. We actually built this stage instead. And the reason we built this stage is because the mausoleum thing, as nice as it looked, it was a really nice model, really nice texture and stuff. It just didn't fit the aesthetic. It just didn't work, unfortunately. It was way too... It looked obstructive in a way, you know. It didn't look like it belonged. It didn't fit into the rest of the aesthetic. So we have been building up this little wooden one, which we're going to have like some tables and stuff like that, have some vines hanging off it. And also something I would like to do this stream is that I would actually like to start building some kind of shop fronts here. You know, just some little shop fronts so that we kind of have a basis and we almost kind of get a design template for the buildings and stuff like that. Because we haven't actually added any buildings to this upper city yet. We've only added just some of the decorations and some of the exterior stuff, but none of the actual buildings. So we need to kind of make a kind of design plan for the buildings and stuff like that, don't we? Okie dokie. So it is time to go ahead and keep going. Alright, so one thing we said was that we hated the roof, didn't we? We said we hated the roof. Oh, wait a sec. Start recording. There we go. It is recording now. Fantastic. Woo. Alright. We said we didn't like the roof. So we want to get rid of that. We want to get rid of that roof because it's a nice idea of a roof, but it just looks a bit too messy. You know, it doesn't really fit right. It doesn't quite join together properly. It's just a bit kind of slapdash, so to speak. So what we're going to do, we're going to get rid of all those. And also, I seem to remember we noticed some of these boxes were a bit floaty, weren't they? Some of these boxes were floating a bit. So we're going to have to get like some of these boxes and we're going to have to lower them down a little bit. Not necessarily all of them, but just a little bit. One thing I do want to do also is basically have like curtain rails to have like little flags and stuff on the sides of the boxes. You know what I mean? That way it means we get kind of a nice little almost stage-like feel, so to speak. Alright, so let's lower that down a bit. And is it the same for the other side? Yeah, it's pretty much the same all the way around, isn't it? Okay, no worries. Let's go ahead and just lower all of these wooden blocks right here. We built it all out of crates because we felt as if that looks quite slapdash, but at the same time it still looks sturdy. You know, there's a lot of support for this little stage, so we're able to go ahead and make something that looks quite convincing, but still have a very Fallout aesthetic, so to speak. Alright, so it's all kind of putting together kind of like a Jenga set in a way. And there we go, that's not bad, that's not bad. And we also wanted to go ahead and put up some of these rails and stuff like that, didn't we? These nice little rails that I believe I used in the Museum of Freedom mod, which you can totally go ahead and download on the Nexus, PlayStation 4 and also Xbox. We went ahead and used these rails and they worked really well. The only problem with them is that they don't really fit, really. You know, they're a bit too big in places. So we might have to go ahead and get a different set of rails in order to go ahead and do that. But we do have those. And I also seem to remember these stairs glitched a bit through, didn't they? And also some of these boxes. Okay, so which boxes are these? These aren't the ones we just lowered, are they? Oh, you can't even see these boxes. They're behind. Okay, so let's just get rid of those ones then. That's an easy way to fix it. If you can't see it, there's no point in having it anyway. So we got that. And we also need to raise these up a bit then, do we? Yeah, that still works because it actually lines up with the pillars, so it doesn't actually look obstructive. It still works out. And we need to just make it go a little bit higher. It's still poking through just a tad. There we go, just like that. So we got our nice little stairs going right there. And what we also need to do, we need to go ahead and replace these with one-ways, don't we? Little one-way, little hallway things here. Because all this entire streetways, these kind of catwalks, you don't necessarily have to have the rails on them. So I just replaced it so that we no longer have the rails there. So you can get easy access to these stairs. In fact, can we do the same for this in a way? Or we're just going to have two little rails sticking up there. It might just be the case that we have to have it that way. Unless there is a four-way section. Is it a four-way section? Yeah, we could get away with a three-way section but one side, maybe. Would that work? Nah, it's gonna have to be the four-way one, isn't it? Okay, I'll have a more thorough look to see if we can get one without that little obstructive rail there. But that's that. Okie dokie. So, we need to go ahead and work on a roof. So what do people think of this? Then? Is everything okay? Is everything okay? Go ahead and scroll up in the chat and see what we have got. I'll also see if I can go ahead and get the Twitter open, indeed, as well. Alright, so what are people saying then? Okay, so Feo Van Durzen says, hey Render. Hey there Feo, nice to see you again. You're always tuning in the streams, that is absolutely fantastic. Nigo says, dude, to make it more streamlined and less choppy, Just turn down the what on options. Turn down the what on options. I don't think I understand what you're trying to say there. Don't think I try to understand what you say there, buddy. Tyson HWG says, hey, Render. Hello there, Tyson. How's it going? What else have we got? The Professor Have a Good Day says, could you build a public terminal or something? What do you mean, like a computer? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. We could have a little entranceway. We could write some of our own lore about why the Upper City is here and stuff like that. And ex-Joker's girl X is here. Hello there, Lois. Nice to see you. Who says baby? Hello there. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming out. It's always nice when we get other YouTubers coming in and enjoying the stream. Who says, damn, I actually got here fairly early. Indeed, you did. All right, so what else have we got in the chat? Ready. Gaming Leak says, how's it going, Render? It's going pretty good. And also for Twitter, remember, we are now accepting Twitter selfies and images. No videos though, people, because I have to check them for like copyrighted audio and stuff like that, and I can't do that while we're streaming. So photos only on Twitch, people, on Twitter, people. We have got Fourth Pixel doing what Fourth Pixel does best. Who says, happy birthday, dear Justin, from your #1 fan. Is it Justin Bieber's birthday? And did you wish him happy birthday from me? Thank you, I suppose. Thank you. Is it Justin Bieber's birthday? Is it his birthday? Let's type in Justin Bieber. Is it? How many subscribers has Justin Bieber got right now? Justin Barlin, Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber. Yeah, here we go. Is it his birthday? Or are you just being a bit weird? Justin Bieber teases fans with buff photo in the studio. Oh, does he really? Oh, that's him there. Okay, Justin Bieber. How many has he got? Oh my god, he's got 105 million followers. And it doesn't say it's his birthday today. Doesn't say it's his birthday, so I don't know what that's about. But hey, okay, let's get off his Twitter now. Let's get off his Twitter now. God darn it. Okay, so yeah, you can send in your selfies if you enjoying the live stream to the Twitter. You can find the link to the Twitter in the description. Okay. Oh, we got a notification there. What have we got? Creeper Limo 122 is now following on Twitch. She's following on Twitch. That's fantastic stuff. Remember, we are actually restreaming this on Twitch now as well. So therefore, hopefully we can get some new people from Twitch and joining in on the videos as well. Okay, so roof. Let's actually grab this roof section then. So I still like the idea of having like the kind of workshop roofs. You know, the kind of corrugated metal roofs that you get in the workshop in the settlement mode. But I don't really know how well it's going to piece together. I think we can pretty much only use the flat ones, because we use the triangular ones, which normally I do prefer. I really do. But it just didn't quite work. Oh, we've got like those ones. They might work better, actually. Let's try these ones then. Go ahead and grab those. Oh, that's even the wrong section. Can I go ahead and grab my preview monitor today, or is it still broken? Yep, it's still broken. Thanks, Creation Kit. Is that going to be broken forever, or is it just for this mod? I honestly have no clue. But it is what it is. That's what I want. Okay, so we got these ones here. These have damage sections. Damage sections, Money Penny. So, let's see if we can go ahead and make this work. We could probably go ahead and make it work for the back section. We can go ahead and get this all lined up properly. Then we might be able to get some nicer roof in. It might be a bit too large. Huh, that's what she said. But hopefully we can go ahead and cram it in there. That's what she... No, stop. And then we can go ahead and see what we can build with the other elements. See if we can make something that looks good on the front section as well. I got an idea of what we could do for the front section. Because I do like the idea of having a triangular section. But it might just be easier to go ahead and go with the flat ones, you know? Because that's ultimately the main decision when it came to building, is that the triangular ones are easier to work with, but of course the flatter ones are much easier to make. That's why buildings had flat roofs for so long, you know? It's true. Ask Jesus, he was there. He was a carpenter, you know. Let's go ahead and put that right there. It fits perfectly, though. Does it? Oh my giddy aunt, it actually fits perfectly. Nice. Okay, so what we'll also do, we'll probably go ahead and replace some of these sections as well. If we go ahead and select an item and hit Control F, it will bring up all the other items. Oh, we got a notification there. Trizzle00 is now following on Twitch. Thank you very much for that, buddy. As I said, you know, you can watch them on Twitch if you want. However, the Twitch is mostly there to bring in new viewers and stuff. It'll be exactly the same stream no matter where you go. And obviously your chats only appear on the screen if you're on YouTube. Brian Fuller has donated $2 through Super Chat and says, "Final brother, how much you worth today?" Well, really, that's up to you guys, really, isn't it? We've already had one new sponsor today, and we have got your donation. So everyone in the chat, Brian! 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 Everyone chat Brian following the super chat for donating to the super chat. Thank you very much for that, Brian. You're always donating, Brian. You're so kind. I love you, buddy. I do. With all of my heart. With all of my heart. But yeah, obviously, as you guys know, these streams are completely ad-free, and we keep them ad-free through the power of donations. Basically, every time you donate, it goes directly to the stream. We've got brand new internet arriving hopefully next week because of your guys' donations to improve the quality of the streams. So it all goes to a great place. And hopefully, if you've got some spare change and you enjoy this stuff, maybe consider helping out at YouTube in these very dark times of the adpocalypse which are still going on. But of course, not only that, but if you sponsor, of course, you'll actually help the stream as well. Because if you become a sponsor, where you donate every month, of course, then you will actually get special emotes in the chat, which is brilliant. There's only one right there right now, only one emote you can use. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and plug the emote again. Let's go ahead and type in comma, Fallout Preston. That is the emote you get in the chat if you go ahead and use the sponsorship program on YouTube. Obviously, $5 a month goes to me, and you get special emotes and special privilege in chat, basically. Okay, so now we need more of those roofing sections now, don't we? So yeah, thank you very much for that donation, Brian. Is anyone else going to top Brian Fuller? Brian's always donating. He's got top donation so far this stream of $2. Is anyone going to top that? I don't know. I think you should definitely give it a go. Don't you? I certainly think so. Okay, so we got these roofing things here. These WRHS sections. Now, there are other ones as well. Obviously, these are all part of the... They're not greenhouses, are they? But they're little warehouses or something. And what have we got? Christian Spurger. Christian Spurger is going ahead and following on the fantastic Twitch. Thank you very much for that, Spurger. That is fantastic. Edgy teen trying to be edgier than he actually is says, why does Preston help people? He's black. Black people... Oh, Jesus, man. You're getting a block right now. You're getting a block right now, buddy. None of that. None of that at all. Jesus, man. Okay. Sorry about that, people. Really sorry about that. We don't want any of that in here. We only have nice people in here. So we don't want any of that nonsense in here. It also means I should probably read them before I start reading them aloud, doesn't it? Yes. Put that onto a Twitch fail right there. Alrighty. So right now I'm kind of looking for those smaller triangular sections. You know, you can get the roof parts, which have little ones on them as well, don't you? They're kind of, almost kind of like triangular little sections. And that's what I'm after. We type in, we can't just type in WSS something roof again, can we? Well, maybe we can. Main roof. So we've got these sections here. Oh, we've even got some that are pre-made. I wish I'd known about that before. But hey, at least we made our own ones, you know what I mean? We made our own ones, which is nice. We'll go in and grab that frame, actually, now I've seen that. That's pretty nice, actually. We'll grab that. That'll actually help hide some of the seams and stuff like that. We can go ahead and slide that in there. Yeah, that works well. That works well. Just going to give it a little bit of extra support. And it doesn't necessarily need to have the full support, obviously, because in the creation kit, the kind of physics aren't really turned on. But we can go ahead and line it up there for the show, because obviously the player will still notice if there's no support or not. So for the sake of immersion, we can go ahead and do that. I'm just trying to see, can we line that up there, or does it look a bit weird? Raise it up just a tad, raise it up a tad. And we'll go ahead and grab that frame a bit as well. There we go, I've just duplicated it once. And also duplicate it again, move it to that part. There we go, that looks a bit more convincing now. We've got that roof section right there. What we could do, actually, we could just get rid of the pillars here. But I do want to do something with them, you know what I'm saying? Okie dokie, so what are people saying in the fantastic chat? J Drum says, is this map going to be available for download? Yes, you are obviously watching this in the creation kit. There goes me camera. And everything in the creation kit is downloadable on all systems. So at least that's the plan anyway. We do plan to make this available for all systems. So you've got to keep an eye out for that basically when it's done. I do like the idea of having a launch party for this, you know? Kind of have a launch party when the entire thing is done. I think that would be really, really cool. So that people can go ahead and, you know, in real time, go ahead and see it kind of being finalized, see it kind of being finished off. And, I don't know what to do for this front part section here, because it's much narrower. Much narrower. We could just make it smaller. Yeah, we could just get a smaller one, I suppose. But I could have sworn there are smaller sections. I could have sworn there are smaller ones. Well, we could just try to shrink it, you know, see what that's like. We can get this at a 90-degree angle, just like that. Put it in place. Can I get roughly the right height? Hit the 2 button on the keyboard, shrink it down. Does this work, or does it just look exactly like what we've done? Does it just look like we have shrunk it down? You know what I'm saying? Get rid of that notification from Game Attack right there. It could work. Let's try shrinking it down to the correct size. It might just look a bit too silly. It might just look like we've just shrunk down a regular roof, which we have, granted. But if it looks okay, then it's fine, isn't it? And we've got another notification there. What have we got? Breaked Twin has become a sponsor. Breaked Twin. Twin, 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 twin. Everyone chant Breaked Twin in the chat for going ahead and becoming a YouTube sponsor. If we get one more YouTube sponsor, I can upload a new emote for you guys to use, which is fantastic. We need to have some kind of poll. I need to maybe make a poll or something like that so we can go ahead and make another emote one. Because I made the Preston one because I thought I would get, like, you know, unlimited emotes. So I was going to make a Preston one, I was going to make a Share Spike one, I was going to do all that. But then, of course, they said, you need a few more sponsors before you can upload more emotes, final render. So we've only got one Preston one, you know what I mean? I was hoping we could get like a Share Spike one, we could get a cringe button. Where's my cringe alarm? There's the cringe alarm, we need an emote for that. And we also need one for like spike, you know, everything like that. So hopefully we can go ahead and get enough. Hopefully we can go ahead and get enough and then everything will be right. Oh dear, I just checked. Oh. I just checked the Twitch selfies of you watching the stream. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. 4th pixel. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Oh god. Cringe alarm. No. Cringe alarm. Ugh. Dear oh dear. And we've also got one from Creeper Limo, who says, I'm on Twitch. Hey, it doesn't really matter where you watch it, but obviously if you want to go ahead and watch it on Twitch, you can totally do that. So fantastic stuff. Oh god, the cringe alarm. The cringe alarm. Okie dokie, so let's go ahead and pull this up, turn on the snapping. It's not quite snapping for some reason. Why is that? Did I do it properly? Or maybe the snapping doesn't quite work if we've shrunk it down so much. Maybe that's it. I'm trying to snap this roof section to the other one so it looks neat and tidy. But I don't know if it's actually going to line up properly like that. Let's see. Oh, turn the snapping on, of course. And, yeah, it's not working. It's not snapping properly because we've messed with the scale and stuff like that. So we're just going to have to do this, not by eye, but we're going to do it numerically. We're going to zoom right in. And now using the reference window, we can manipulate its 3D data, you know, numerically like this. So we can go ahead and get it lined up perfectly. We don't want the Z. Z is obviously up and down. We want to manipulate the Y and the X axis. There we go, just like that. Is that lined up neatly? Not quite. One of them is slightly off. There we go. That's perfect. That's perfect. Alright, so now if we can just grab both of them together and move them a bit back, just like that. There we go. Alright, so it still doesn't quite work, but, you know, we could just cheat a little bit and just adjust the pillars a little. You know, just adjust the pillars a little. That'll work out just fine. Just like that. Okay. It also means we have a little more space for a railing there, you know? Alright, so that's pretty darn good. How much did we shrink these down by? We shrank these down by pretty much half their size. We shrunk them down to 0.48 to their original size. So if I go ahead and... Oh, we got a notification there. What have we got? An Auburn Boy 451 is now following on Twitch. Thank you very much for that, buddy. Obviously, now, seeing as the restreaming thing does appear to work, I do plan to go ahead and just restream the streams to Twitch as well. But obviously, YouTube has the priority because it's the one I know, you know? So go ahead and do that. Apply the same scaling to this frame. So now it's the same, or at least it's shrunk down by the same amount. And we can use this frame here as well, you know? Works out pretty well. Go ahead and bring it to the front. Just to give it a little bit of added support right there. You know? Just gives you a little bit of something. A little bit of a shoulder to cry onto, Mr. Roofman. Yeah. There you go. And we'll also go ahead and drag it out into in the middle. And then one on the end. Do we need one on the end, actually? Well, we might as well, you know. It makes it look interesting, doesn't it? There we go. There we go. That roof looks a bit nicer than what we had before, doesn't it? It looks much nicer, in fact. I'm going to stop that recording there for a second. Fantastic stuff. Okay, so we got some more selfies in on the Twitter. Let's go ahead and see what we have got. We've got one from Chelsea Taylor, or two maybe, who says, my favorite... Oh, we got a notification there. Sorry, got to check this first. What have we got? Crackluck is now following on Twitch. Thank you very much, buddy. That is awesome. Thank you very much for that, buddy. Okay, so Chelsea Taylor, my favorite model for final render, live streaming again. Everyone head over and watch our true Lord and Savior. Thanks very much for that, Chelsea. And we got this fantastic picture of you enjoying the live stream. Is that your real hair? Are those sparkles real? That's very impressive. Is that a reptar on your... You've got a reptar on your hoodie. That is awesome. You know, from Rugrats? That is awesome. And what else have we got? Oh, yeah, there is you enjoying the stream on your laptop with... Looks like some pasta of some kind. Fantastic stuff. Thanks very much for tuning into the stream, Chelsea. That is absolutely awesome. And we got Chrissy Reed. I'm home as usual, loving the live stream. Fantastic stuff. Thanks very much for that, Chrissy Reed. You're always tuning in, which is fantastic. And FireZ Crafter appears to have turned me into Dr. Disrespect right there. If Dr. Disrespect dyed his hair. Thank you very much, buddy. That's awesome. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. Alrighty, so I should also probably read some more of the actual YouTube chat as well. I haven't done that for a little bit. Let's go ahead and see what I can do there. Fourth Pixel says, what do you think you will be doing without YouTube? Oh, I'd probably do what I do besides YouTube as well. You know, probably just do more camera work. Like, the next filming job I've got booked is in April. That is a sporting event. But I'd probably just be doing that, you know, because I do a lot of work as a cameraman and editor and stuff like that outside of YouTube. So I'd probably just be doing that a bit more. But what else have we got in the fantastic chat? The Modern Viking says, it looks like 360p. The actual stream, technically speaking, is 720. But because of a low internet bandwidth, every time I move the camera, it looks choppy and bad. But we do have new internet on the way. It should be here next week, which the guys on Patreon have fully funded themselves. I said, I'm thinking about getting this new internet, but it's expensive. Boom. The guys on Patreon jumped straight to the Patreon and started paying for the brand new internet. So that's fantastic, isn't it? You can also go ahead and follow the Patreon as well if you want to. You can go ahead and do that. Alright, so what else are people saying? Benefits Brandon TV says, hey, Final, I changed my name so I can get a YouTube channel. It was Brandon Smith. I don't know why you did that. Okay, Proton Rad says, looks fine to me, Viking. Oh yeah, you're talking about the 360-ness. Yeah, well, as I said, you know, it is actually 720p, but it's only when I move that things go bad. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It looks a little bit bad. Okay, so Katniss PSN says, lol, a Mama Murphy emote. Yeah, we could probably do a Mama Murphy emote, but of course we need one more YouTube sponsor before we can unlock the next emote. So therefore, we can go ahead and get another one. Then we could go ahead and make a vote to see what the next emote would be. A Mama Murphy one, that would be a good one indeed. Well, I'm really annoyed about the emote thing, because the one of Preston Garvey, it's a GIF. You know, I actually animated it, but for some reason, it doesn't work. You know, it says you can upload GIFs, but it doesn't actually GIF, you know? It doesn't actually work. Oh, and by the way, GIF versus GIF. It's got to be GIF, because, you know, think about it. No one says a GIF. The G in GIF stands for graphics. You don't say Jaffics, you know what I mean? You say graphics. So it's gotta be GIF, you know? Surely. Surely. Right now I'm just looking for vines, by the way. I had the idea of putting vines on this thing, just to make it look a bit pretty, you know? Make it look like, kind of like a nice little garden in a way, because this is part of the garden section, you know, where people kind of sit down, have a Nuka-Cola, and enjoy the view of Diamond City, you know? They've got the fantastic grandstands over there, which do indeed look very grand. And over there, of course, I'm probably gonna regret this, but I'm gonna do it now. We have got the fantastic, well, yeah, of course I'm gonna regret it. It's a rad storm, isn't it? But we've got the lovely view of the Commonwealth over there. So if you're up here, you just see nothing but niceness in your lovely garden. But of course, down below, the poor people struggle to survive. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so we've got these vines here. I don't think those are the vines I want, actually, because those appear to be a decal, which means they're a flat image. I don't want a flat image one. I obviously want a full one, don't I? So vine hanging large. Let's go ahead and do these ones. And then we can go ahead and they've kind of got like a little overhang to them, don't they? So maybe we can put these on the inside. No, that looks too short, doesn't it? Looks too short if we do that. Let's go ahead and do it on the outside still. Just like that. Sweet. There we go. Doesn't really matter if it's glitching a little bit. Oh, it does actually. It's glitching a lot. It really is. It really is glitching a lot right there. What about this one? That could work. That could work quite nicely, actually. That one right there. There we go. We got like a corner one there. Let's go ahead and use the ones in this little collection here. Because if we go ahead and use the ones in the same collection, then in theory they should all match up quite nicely. You know, everything in the creation kit is kind of designed as part of a set, pretty much. So therefore, if you've got one item, you should have something that's fairly similar as well, with a very similar name, you know? So what's this one actually doing? This one's kind of going up, isn't it? So if we can put that there. Or we could just turn it upside down, I suppose. Yeah, let's rotate it upside down. So we can have it hanging from the ceiling. That's a beautiful thing about the creation kit. You can very quickly and easily just turn it into something else, you know? Because what would be kind of like a grapevine growing up is now a hanging vine. There we go. Does that quite work, or is it too big? It's a little too far away. That's the issue. Let's move it in closer. There we go. Now it's kind of like it's wrapping that around that. Maybe. Actually, no, that doesn't work at all. What am I talking about? It's a circular object, but it's a corner piece. It's goddamn stupid, isn't it? That would be better. That one there. That tree one there. That one actually is circular. Does it fit, though? It looks like that fits pretty darn perfectly, actually. That might be the perfect size. Okay, it's a little too far away right now. We can go ahead and move it in there. There you go. That looks pretty. That looks pretty. That looks hot. That looks like me. Final render. I mean, it's hot. I don't mean I look like a tree, you know. That would be a bit weird, to say the least. That would be like, oh, you're really reaching for low-hanging fruit there, final render. Or low-hanging vines. Ha! Got him! Cringe alarm right there. I knew I was going to have to deploy the cringe alarm the second I started that joke. But the joke has already been said, so therefore we're stuck with it, aren't we? Alright, just kind of get the fine adjustments on this piece there. Yep, that's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. We can do that for the other ones as well. Alright, so what are people saying in the fantastic chat? Okie dokie. So, Chelsea Taylor says, lol, the lines are blurring between hate and love of Bieber. Oh no. What are you guys saying about me and Justin Bieber? Okay, Canis PSN said, did you ever fix the issue with the support strut blocking Nick's agency? Yes and no. We didn't actually fix... Well, no, it's no longer blocking the door, but we haven't actually put a new pillar there yet. So, again, you know, worry about that a bit later. We need to make progress with the build, basically. Always go ahead and make progress. If you're not making progress... You know, move on. You know, move on temporarily and come back to a problem later. Otherwise, you'll never get anything done. At least that's always been my kind of philosophy. Anyway, you know, if you're spending forever trying to work something out, just move on temporarily. At least you're making progress if you move on, you know? Alright, so let's go ahead and add some more vines to the pillars. I'm really looking forward to seeing this in game, actually. We'll have to do that pretty soon, actually. In about 20 minutes or so, we'll go ahead and jump in game. See what it looks like. Maybe if we go ahead and rotate it just a tad more like that. Raise it up a bit so the vine is actually properly touching the roof of the pillar. Yep, that's good. That's good as well. I also want to find the ones which we can grab for the sides. These ones. So the idea is that this is kind of like a nice area where you would sit down. You know, we've got all the vines to go ahead and make more shade, you know? Go ahead and have all the shade so that you can sit down on a summer day. Soak in some of the rad storms. Maybe enjoy a cocktail or something. In your lovely paradise that is the Upper Diamond City. Okay, that's not going to quite work, is it? Need to turn off the snapping and rotate it. Kind of like that, maybe. That might fit a bit nicer. Yep, that's good. You know, just this kind of thick vines works really well with this aesthetic, I think. A little higher. Do we have different colors of vines, by the way? Or are we just kind of stuck with this kind of off-brown color? Let's go to take a look. We do, actually. Yes, vine to moss. We have moss vines. What do they look like? Exactly the same. Okay. Okay, I guess they duplicated the material right there. Alright, so. Let's go ahead and see. 4th Pixel says, I'm starting a revolution for Justin Bieber GIF. Oh, no. We don't want any Justin Bieber gifs. There's probably millions of them already. Probably ones of him spitting over the crowds and stuff like that, you know? Right. So we got that there. Let's go ahead and use the same one. We'll rotate it around a bit, though. Rotate it around so it doesn't look exactly identical. And just like that. And move it across. It's a very simple, easy ways to go ahead and get this working. You know, it's if you really want to get involved with the creation kit, if you have some kind of prior knowledge of 3D modeling as well, you'll kind of have a big head start. I'm not saying you need it, but if you've done any kind of 3D modeling before, then you'll kind of feel at home in the creation kit, you know? It's a very similar kind of feel, in a way. Especially if you're just creating locations like me. Alright, so we got that. So it's not quite right, though, is it? The top part isn't quite touching. There we go, that's better. Alright, so we've got our thick little vines and our shrubberies. A shrubbery! Sorry about that. Okay, that was much louder than I thought. Okay, so we got that there. And we'll go ahead and attach this to the other pillar as well. I need to go ahead and get some more music. I know I said that every single stream, but I really do need to go ahead and get some more music for these streams. I use all the same music I use for Build of a Mods, because this technically is Build of a Mods. But I really do need to go ahead and get some more, you know? Like this one is primarily the theme for the Subnautica videos. This is a track called Doc Rock. Welcome to Final Render Blues Radio, where we're playing Doc Rock. Here we've got some of those cool beats and sick licks straight out of New Orleans. See, I could do radio. I've got the face for it. Go ahead. Grab this other one. I might actually just rotate this one, actually. Have this part be a bit thicker. This part be a bit thicker. Because if there's one thing we want, it's things that are thick. Thick. Just like the rear end of a beautiful person. Indeed. Right. Go ahead and throw up the vines right there. How's that looking? It doesn't really matter if the vines aren't properly touching the wood. Because vines actually, they are living things. And they actually do try to reach out for other stuff. You know, have you seen the, have you seen some of the really high speed, well, it's not high speed, is it? The time-lapse footage of things like Planet Earth and stuff, you know, the BBC documentaries? They've done stuff with vines. And you can actually see vines in time-lapse reaching for things to grab onto and stuff. And then, you know, grabbing them and going, ooh, that's not strong enough, and then moving on. But obviously this takes weeks. Really fascinating to watch. You know, it literally looks like the vines have a mind, you know, like a person. Well, not exactly like a person. You know, people's minds are horrible. What can I say? Mine in particular. You know, mine's been rotten by video games. Okie dokie. So what else have people said? Okay, Katniss says, bring him a herring! Yes! Katniss gets the reference to the shrubberies. That is actually a Monty Python Holy Grail reference. Oh, William Ewer also understands Monty Python and the Holy Grail. One of the best films ever. I definitely agree. I think my favourite one's probably Life of Brian. I don't know if it's something just generally very clever about Life of Brian, I think, whereas Holy Grail is funny because it's silly, you know? But, you know, I love Holy Grail as well. Fantastic movie. Although some of you probably don't really notice until someone points it out to you, is that, unfortunately, King Arthur himself is so much of an alcoholic during the filming of that entire film that he only says like 2 or 3 sentences at a time. It's true, like Graham Chapman was really in a bad place during the filming of that film. And that's why he only ever says like 2 or 3 sentences at a time, you know, in shot, because he forgets his lines. And then you go to Holy Grail, and he's no longer addicted to alcohol, and he's fantastic, you know? Very sad about the passing of Graham Chapman, of course. Very sad indeed. Very sad. But it is what it is, you know? Let's go ahead and line up this final vine right here. There we go. That's looking pretty darn good. There we go. So we got our fantastic... Yeah, that looks much, much nicer than what we had before. What we had before looks like poo on a stick, but this is glorious. This is very, very nice indeed. Right, pause that recording right there. What else have we got? Gaming Geek says he's a very naughty boy. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. What else have we got? Bragged Twin, who is obviously our fantastic new sponsor. Remember, if we get one more new sponsor, then we can get another emote. Who says, can you modify a vanilla object in CK, or do you have to use another program? Well, it depends what you mean by modify. There are some things you can do in the creation kit, like you can turn random objects static in the creation kit. You can turn random objects into bits of furniture. So, you know, you could make, you know, a regular car tire into a seat, for example. We did that in the last one. But you can't do things like add new textures or add new 3D models and stuff. You can't model things or create new textures in the creation kit. But you can make them in like Photoshop and stuff and then import them into the creation kit. Does that make sense? You know, the creation kit is merely a toolbox for assembling stuff. It's not a place to create new stuff. Does that make sense? I think that's probably the easiest way to describe it, really. Is that it's a place to assemble stuff, not to create stuff. Alright, so what I'm doing right now, I'm trying to grab everything on this table, including the candle pack-ins. And the candle pack-in is comprised of multiple things, which I've got to click onto all of them. And it can be very hard to actually see if you've got everything. Let me just see this. No, I was missing a few more things there. Some more parts of the candle. Going to turn that on. That might help us a bit. Yep, there we go. I can see a bit clearer now. How about that? One more thing. Just that little wax puddle down there. We can go ahead and grab that. There we are. And also that one. There we go. So now we got that, I'm going to make a duplicate of that. This is actually some of the furniture, which I believe it was actually X-Joker's Girl X who suggested this little idea of having the nice little patio furniture here. So we're going to go ahead and grab that and add this to this section. What I would like to do with this section is maybe also have one of these tables have like a board game on it. Because you know how it is when you go to the park and you see like, you know, two old men playing chess in the park. You know, maybe they've never met each other, but that's just what you do. You know, you go to the park, you play chess, make a new friend, you know, especially if you're lonely. I love that idea of having something like that in Diamond City. Okay, you would probably be very rich, old men. But I just love the idea of having that nice little tranquil place where people can just get together. So we got that there. And now that's done, let's just go ahead and grab the table. And also the chairs. The chairs are actually quite unique in the sense that these chairs are the chairs that you can find in the stadium. These are actual, you know, baseball stadium chairs. They're not just regular bits of furniture. And that kind of works because it means, you know, they could salvage these chairs from what they already had, you know. Go ahead and rotate some of the chairs and stuff like that. Don't have everything too similar. You know, it doesn't really look natural if everything is perfectly straight and perfectly the same every time, you know. So let's go ahead and grab that board game set. Let's go ahead and do it. Board game set. Alright, so there we go. Board game. There we go. Go ahead and pop that onto the table. Oh no, that's an actual board game, isn't it? We'll need like a checkerboard, won't we? Is it checkerboard? Checkers? Checker? Chess maybe? Maybe it's a chessboard. I don't really know. Chessboard. Yep, there we go. Go ahead and grab that down there. Fantastic stuff. Put that right there. Okay, fantastic stuff. And, I have an idea for this, but I think I might do it off stream because I don't know if it'll work. I like the idea of making, you know, those little models that you can get, the toy figurines of like the robots. I love the idea of shrinking them down and making them the chess pieces on the board. That would be a really nice idea, but it'll take forever, so I might do that off stream. But what do you think of that? What do you think of that idea of having the little robots be the chess pieces? I think that'll be pretty darn cool. Alright, so what are people saying in the chat? Okay, FireZ Games says share spike. We need a share spike. A share spike, says FireZ Games. That sounds like a fantastic idea indeed. Are you ready? Boom! Share spike right there. Let's go ahead and get the share spike going, people. We've been streaming for nearly an hour, so we need to go ahead and get the share spike going. Alright, so share spike, share spike, share spike. Everyone go ahead and chant share spike so we can go ahead and get the share spike going. Of course, you need to do it yourself, which is fantastic. What else are people saying in the chat? Okay, William Ewer says you could also add a robot butler up there. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Question is, what would we do? What would we do? Would we do like a Protectron or one of the Codsworth handymen? You know, Mr. Handies. I like the idea of a Protectron, you know, because they're a bit sloppy and funny, you know? Okay, what else have we got? We have got Creepo Limo 122 says, I'll share it if any of the sponsors say yell. You hear that, sponsors? Creeper Limo will share the stream if any of you say yell. Y-E-Y. No? Yeah, L-E-L. I know how to spell. I promise. Okay, Proton Rad says bottle caps are more like checkers. Yeah, but as I said, you know, I'm not too sure if I want to do checkers or if I want to get the little robot figurines and make a chessboard out of it. You know what, let's just do it. It doesn't matter if it takes a long time, does it? It doesn't matter if it takes a long time. Let's go ahead and make a static version of this chessboard. We'll do that. And where is its model data? There we go. We'll grab that. Make a static version of this. And then we'll go ahead and make the robot pieces. So, what's it called? Model. So we've got these ones. Yeah, these miscellaneous ones right here are what we want. It's got a boat model there for some reason. Okay. Well, tell you what, let's go ahead and make our chessboard static. Right, let's go ahead and call that. Let's call it chess static. Chess static, we'll call it. Go ahead and change the model name over. Can I not do it there? Or do I have to do it there? Ah, I gotta do it there. Okay, there we go. And hit OK. Create new form. Yes. Okay, so chess static. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and grab its ID and swap it over with this board. We're going to swap it over with this board. So what we just did, we basically created a brand new model in the creation kit, but since the original model is not static, meaning it can be moved, the player can pick it up and throw it everywhere, it can fall off the chair and stuff like that, fall off the table, we don't want that. So what I went and did is that I changed it to be a static model, so now the player can't push this or move it, you know? So now that's done, where's my object window gone? Did I close the object window? Gosh darn it. Okay, object window, here we go. So, model. Let's go ahead and try this then. Alright, so we got these ones right here. They're miscellaneous. No, I'm gonna have to make static ones of these. But the idea with these is that I want to get these little models and make them the chess pieces. Do we like that idea? I think that would be good. Proton Rad says Protectrons as prawns, Assaultrons would be the queen. Sentry as king? I'm trying to think. Who would be the king? Oh, we got a notification there. What have we got on the notifications? Giorgio Lever is now following. Thank you very much, Giorgio. That is fantastic. Thank you very much for going ahead and tuning in there. And, yeah, so that was actually one of the ones on Twitch. Yeah, I'm trying to think. What would be the king? I think the sentry bot would probably be the king, wouldn't it? Or would it be actually? No, because the queen really is the most powerful piece. That would probably be the sentry bot. Yeah, really, the Protectron should probably be the king because the Protectron is the weakest of them all, really, isn't it? The weakest in the game, you know what I mean? Okie dokie, so let's go ahead and do this then. Let's go ahead and grab, we'll have the iBots be the prawns. I haven't played chess in years. I haven't played chess in absolute years. Let's go ahead and grab this. Alright, so I've grabbed the 3D data there. And again, you know, we can just go ahead and do it this way, can't we? Go ahead and swap the model data over. And let's call it iBot. Yeah, create new forum. Alright, so there's only one problem with this. There's only one problem with this. And that is that obviously all the chess pieces will be the same color. But let's just ignore that for now, shall we? Let's just ignore that. Let's go ahead and grab our iBot. You see, I love this because they're actually on stands and stuff, you know? It's really, really cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and shrink it down. Oh, we got a notification there. What have we got? Giorgio Lever is now hosting my stream with 1 viewers. Hey, it's actually working, putting it on Twitch as well. Thank you very much for the host. That is very, very kind of you. What else have we got? Ema Ozil says, I am late. What have I missed? What have you missed? We have gone ahead and changed our entire little area which had the mausoleum and turned it into a nice little place for people to sit down, which is pretty darn cool. And now we're making a chess set. Little features like this are what I think makes mods separate from the others, you know? And I don't do enough of it. You know, I don't do enough of these little things. I go for like, you know, as soon as the camera comes back on. As soon as the camera comes back on. I go for the grander stuff, you know. I want to have the camera so I can say grander, just like that. And flare my eyes like a horrific beast of the night. But I always go for like the big things. But having the little things like this, I think this works really well. There we go. Or another idea we could have like robots versus creatures or something, you know, rather than having black pieces versus white pieces, you know. Larry Doyle says, I can't be a sponsor because I'm at my friend's house. I don't see why that should stop you, buddy. Just maybe not right now, you know what I mean? And you should always be able to sponsor quite easily. If you look above the chat, there is a green button which says sponsor. And that basically, when you click on that, you can sponsor the fantastic YouTube channel Final Render, of course. Well, then again, I might be a bit biased. And that basically means you get special privilege in the chat. You get a little icon letting people know that you are a sponsor. Pretty much means you're an awesome, awesome fan. What can I say? And also, you get to use the special emotes. We only need one more sponsor so we can unlock another emote. People are saying a Mama Murphy emote. But I like the idea of maybe like a share spike one or something. I don't know. I'll have to put it to a vote on Twitter and stuff like that. And on the YouTube community page to see what people want. There we go. So there's our little army of prawns right there. Is it prawns or pawns? It's pawns, isn't it? It's not prawns. Don't be stupid. I'm gonna move my prawn. Prawn to trout 3. Cringe alarm. Cringe alarm right there. It's a piece of a prawn. Don't be stupid. I'm fed up with these damn prawns, man. Vickers, what is these prawns, man? I can't do a South African accent. What else are people saying in the chat? There's 2 dislikes, says Wi-Fi Wolf. Who disliked? That's true. Who disliked? Who did that? Who disliked? Was it you? I guess not. All right. So yeah, likes only, people. Likes only. Likes only, people. Indeed, indeed. Okay, 4th Pixel says Fire Protectron and Police Protectron. Oh, as the other pieces. Yeah, we could do that. I'm trying to think. Is there anything which looks like kind of a knight, you know? Anything that looks like it could be a horsey thing. I don't know. Well, really, it depends on what kind of models we've got, doesn't it? Because we don't have all the robot models. What we've got here? We've got a Mr. Handy here. I'm thinking the Mr. Handy could probably be the knight. Because if you think about it, the Mr. Handys, they can float around, so they can move in interesting ways. So maybe we could have the Mr. Handy be the knight class. Alright, so go into the model there. Copy the model name. So right now, we're not actually creating a new model, but we are just changing the original model to look like a different model. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Very simple way to do it, and it means you can basically add new items without creating external assets, because we're not actually creating new external assets. We are just going ahead and swapping links around, so to speak. We're basically copying and pasting file directories in a way. That's a good way to do it. Alright, so this is a handy. Let's just type in handy. That'll come out quite well. Great new forum. Alright, so handy. There is mine handy. Hello? There is mine handy. The Germans actually refer to a mobile phone or a cell phone as a handy, which is quite a cute name. I think that works well. But it does mean you'll go, there is mine handy. Alright, so let's drag in the handy model right there. So as you can see, that's its full size originally. You know, kind of a desk ornament. So what do we shrink it down by? We shrank it down to 0.34 of its original size. So about a third of its original size we shrank it down to. Let's go ahead and copy in that same number there. And it's a little bit too big. Obviously, the iRobot model was originally a bit smaller than this one. So we're just gonna kind of have to do it by eye in a way. What we could probably do, we could probably layer it on top of the iBot here. And then get the bases to be the same. Because the bases look like they're about the same size. You know, kind of put them side by side. And then shrink it down a bit. Actually, that's probably about the right size already, actually, now I think about it. Now I'm looking at it. That might be alright. This is an awesome idea. I really like this idea. I really do. Am I recording? Oh, I wasn't recording. Okay, well, it's a good job I remembered, isn't it? What else are people saying in the chat? Okay, Soro Shintaro says, giddy up Buttercup for the night. Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah, giddy up Buttercup for the night. Okay, so let me just, I'm trying to visualize it in my head then. It's like Queen, King, Knights, Bishop. No, Bishop goes there, doesn't it? Let's have the Mr. Handys be the bishops. Is it? Is that the way it goes? Knights are there. Right? I think. I honestly don't remember. Honestly don't remember. Okay, let's... Come on, it's very, very hard to get the camera to do what you want it to do when you're zoomed in this far. You know when you like zoom in with your photo camera, and then any kind of subtle movement looks really dramatic? Exactly the same here. You know, when you zoom into tiny differences, you know, any kind of subtle movement you do is really exaggerated. So it can make selecting tiny things a bit difficult, you know? That being said though, let's go ahead and check the Twitter and see what is up. Let's go see what is up on the Twitter. Okay, so Creeper Limo says, remember the yell render. Oh, and it's my dad's birthday. Oh, very happy birthday to Creeper Limo's father. I hope you're having a fantastic day, buddy. I hope so. And FireZCrafter says, I need to find more pictures. No, what you need to do is stop making me look like a monster. Thanks very much, FireZCrafter. You're always doing this. That's very bizarre. And thank you very much, Jack Cooper. That's a Wi-Fi Wolves picture right there. That's brilliant. FireZCrafter also went ahead and involved the share spike. And also we have got Creeper Limo, who is also going ahead and taking part in the share spike, which is exactly what we want. More people going ahead and sharing the stream is exactly what we want. Okay, so Devon Tricks and Flips says, why don't you change the settings in the render window so it's less sensitive? Because then I got to do that even when I zoom out again, you know, and it's really annoying. Joe Potter says it is castle, knight, bishop, queen, king. Okay, fantastic. Alright, so I've got castle, I've got the knight. I want the knight to be the giddy up buttercup, don't I? So let's type in, is it giddy up? I never tried searching for this. These are already static, which is a bit nicer. Why do you fill me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down? Mess me around, and then worst of all. Okay, I want the head. I just want the head part. Do you just have the head on its own? You do. But it's not quite right aesthetically. We got the whole thing. I don't know if that works, you know, because it's a bit too... Is it too big? We could do that. Yeah, I'm okay with it. We might have to make our own little base for it, though. You know, make our own little base for it. Let's see if we can go ahead and do that. Let's see if we can make some kind of base for this. What could we use as a base? Maybe like a dinner plate or something. Just a dinner plate. That would probably do just fine. We can go ahead and get a dinner plate, put that underneath the knight. And since it'll be a static model, it'll look like it is one piece. You know what I'm saying? I think so. Anyway. See, this would be a nice thing that you could probably go ahead and throw in the settlement mode. Oh, wait, actually, now I think about it, this idea might have already been done. I seem to remember in the collaboration I did with Cordless 7, I put something like this in-game in the settlement mode. I don't remember what mod it's from, but now I think about it, I think this is an idea that someone's done before. We're still going to do it. I mean, it's still a good idea, you know? Alright, so let's type in maybe dinner. Type in dinner and get dinner tray, fancy dinner right there. Now that's a table. We don't want a table. We just want a plate. Not that. That's a gate. These are just tables, yeah. I've already got to go ahead and make a plate, a friggin' static model. Yep, okay. Well, it looks like I've got to go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab this plate model. And this is what's going to be the base of our giddy up buttercup, you know? It's going to be this right here. So let's go ahead and find any old random static object. It really doesn't matter what it is. You know, it doesn't really matter if it's too big or too small, stuff like that. You can use any one you want, as long as it's static. Alright, so which one is the copy I just made? 03, 01, 01, that one. Okay, so now let's go ahead and swap the 3D models over. Model swap. There we go. And we are going to call this... let's call this Night Base. Night Base, there we go. Night Base right there. Create new forum. Yep. Now let's type in Night. Maybe if I spell night correctly. Night Base. Okay, so what else have we seen in the chat and stuff like that? Okay, Break Twin says, make it bigger, like the size of a teddy bear, maybe. Don't think I know what you're talking about there. Sora Shintaro says, I think the mod was Creative Clutter. It might have been that, actually. Yes, it might have been that, indeed. Let's go ahead and drag in our base right here. Oh, there we go. So now let's flip it upside down. Throw your hand down, flip it and reverse it. Flip it up this way. Just like that. And shrink it down a tad. Shrink it down so it kind of matches the size of the other ones. The other bases. So it doesn't look quite the same. But it's close enough. You know, it at least is a base. Let's go ahead and lower it down a bit. And it is on the Z-axis, isn't it? Oh, that's too far though, so we've got to go into the 0.1 degrees of units. I still have no idea how much a kind of Bethesda game engine unit is in terms of size to the relative world. No idea. Alright, so let's go ahead and also adjust this a little bit. Oh, not on the Z, but on the X-axis. We're going to do this one. Again, on the 0.1, so we can be pretty precise with this. And get it lined up just like that. There we go. And it's a little too high up still. Let's go ahead and lower it down on the Z-axis this time, because obviously in 3D, the Z-axis is up and down. So let's go ahead and lower it down onto the base plate, just like that. And go ahead and adjust it on the... Oh, 0.1s, please. 0.1s across the board is what I want. So I can be exactly precise with this. See, this is where the creation kit can really be separate from the settlement mode. Is that you can do really fine adjustments like this pretty easily. Whereas it can be very difficult in the settlement mode to go ahead and do really fine tweaks and stuff just like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this lined up nicely. There we go. And go ahead and put it on that side. Even though they're not the same model, they're not connected, since they're static, they can't be moved anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's fantastic. Alright, so what else are people saying? Alright, so we have got Centurion Cat says maybe a sentry bot figure as the tower. Yeah, we were trying to think about this, and I don't really know what I want as the tower or the rook. I think I want the sentry bot to be the queen though, because the queen is typically the most powerful piece in the game, isn't it? Oh, that being said though, yeah, tell you what, we're going to have a sentry bot as the queen, and for the king, we're going to have Liberty Prime. That's what we want, isn't it? We want the king of the robots to be the king, Liberty Prime. Is there a static model Liberty Prime? Alright, so we've got Liberty Prime right there. Please be a static model of Liberty Prime, just so I don't have to make a new one myself. You know, that'll make things much easier. Static, Liberty Prime Bomb, Creature Liberty Prime. Oh, he's kneeling as well. Oh, yes. Aha, that's what we want. That's our king right there, baby. That's our king. It's going to be pretty big, though. So let's go ahead and shrink this down. I never really realised until I saw the trailer for Ready Player One earlier today just how much Liberty Prime looks like the Iron Giant. He really does. You know, a bit meaner, obviously. But he does look like the Iron Giant. Let's go ahead and shrink that down even more so. Yeah, he can be a little bit bigger than that. He can be a little bit bigger than that. Let's go ahead and make him like 0.2 maybe. That's a bit too big. Alright, so 1.5 maybe? 1.5. That was almost no different. Gosh darn it. Alright, shrink it down just a tad more. It's really hard to get the exact thing like this apart without going numerical with it. Alright, so yeah. 1.1. Maybe we could do it this way. Maybe we could do it similar to what we did before. Got to make a 1 there. Are you telling me that we can't actually do this fine adjustment right here? Is that what you're telling me, game? Is that what you're telling me, game? So it's either... Yeah, it can't be any bigger or smaller than that, so... See, it just kind of keeps defaulting to that size. Oh dear. Am I really stuck with this size? It still kind of works. It still kind of works. It's just a bit bigger than the rest. I suppose this would be kind of like a homemade set, so maybe we can get away with it. What do you think, guys? I think it's okay. Alrighty, so what else have we got? Centurion Cat says, final render. There is even a mod which turns Liberty Prime into Iron Giant. Oh, is there? Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool indeed. Alrighty. So, how are we actually doing in terms of the chat and stuff so far? Everything is looking pretty good indeed. And we've only had one donation so far this stream, guys. We've had 2 new sponsors, which is fantastic. Which is really, really, really good. However, these streams have to be ad-free, or at least I decide they are ad-free. And they are only ad-free via people's donations. So therefore, you want to see these streams continue being ad-free, then go ahead and send in a donation via PayPal or via the Super Chat in the YouTube chat functions. And the reason we do that is so that the streams don't get interrupted by Google and stuff. You know, we don't want Google interrupting our creativity with adverts. So therefore, if you want to see these things keep going and keep being at a regular pace, then that's what we need to ask of the audience, you know? Like, it is what it is. And, you know, to tell you the truth, just one donation typically means it's worth much more money than a edited video, which is a sad truth, unfortunately. Alright. So what else did we want? Protectron. No, Sentry Bot we wanted. Sentry Bot to be the queen, which is the most powerful part. Oh, what's this? We've got a loading screen of a Sentry Bot. There we go, we've already got a static one. That's pretty good. What does the other one look like? The other one's got its guns up. Okay, let's have this one. This is an LS model, which means a loading screen model. And these are really good. You know, these are the models that you see on the loading screen in game. And typically, they're always static. So therefore, it means you can get some of the regular creatures already static if they have been used as a loading screen model, which makes things really easy on my part. So, more stuff like that, please, next time, Bethesda. Next time you make a new game, whether if it's Elder Scrolls or another Fallout, loading screen models, I much appreciate. Alright, so come on, let me select this Sentry Bot so I can go ahead and make it a bit bigger. We shrank it a bit too much. Don't you hate it when your Sentry Bot has shrunk? Has your Sentry Bot shrunk? Try getting Sentry Grow, the brand new product from Grey Garden. Cringe alarm right there. Cringe alarm. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Alright, so this is still too small, isn't it? Because it's not in the right position. That might be good. If we can actually get it into the right position, then we'll know a bit better about its size. Right now, it's a bit too big, isn't it? Yeah, it's way too big, in fact. Alright, so let's go ahead and put it into position. Shrink it down. Ooh. A little bit bigger, please. There we go. So there we go. We've got the little queen one there as well. Again, it's a bit bigger than the individual piece, but that's really not the end of the world. And now we just need the rook, don't we? The castle. And we said we were going to go with the Protectrons, didn't we? Alright, so model. Unless we've already got a Protectron static. We do have Protectron statics. If I can spell Protectron. Protec. That should be good. Loading screen Protectron. There we go. We've got a white one there. What else have we got? We got the red ones. Those are the fire department ones. Construction ones. The police ones. And also just the regular ones. Let's just go with the regular ones. Just to make it simple and easy. You know when you go in game and you can assign the personality of the Protectrons? Have you ever done that and found it actually really made any difference? Because every time I've done it, it's like they've always seemed to be just as effective no matter which one you choose, you know? And I know technically they do get slightly different abilities, but I've never been like, damn, I wish I selected the firefighter version, you know? I've never had that scenario. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're all just as effective as each other. Okay, so we need to lower this down in scale. That is too much in scale though, so what we need to do, go ahead and adjust it on this unit of size. There we go. Shrink that down just like that, and just a little more. Nope, a bit more there. That's as close as we're gonna get. Okay, so yeah, apparently some models can only go up a certain size. I have learned something new about the creation kit today. Oh, we got a notification there. What have we got? Peter Olsen has donated $50 through Super Chat. $1 for each viewer. On me, cheers. Peter Olsen. Peter. Everyone chant Peter Olsen for $50 donation. Dude, that is very, very kind of you. Very kind of you, indeed. Thank you very much, Peter. You're a very, very generous donator, aren't you, Peter? Thank you very much for that. That is That's probably the biggest singular donation we've had. Like, we've had lots of donations from Peter Olsen, but that's probably the biggest singular one he's ever done. So thank you very much for that, Peter. Everyone, Peter, 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 Peter. Everyone chant Peter Olsen in the chat for donating $50 via the super chat. Thank you very much, buddy. That is very much appreciated indeed. I wish there was a way I could just automatically make people sponsors, but I can't, unfortunately. You have to do it via YouTube. But if I find a way to do that, people like Peter Olsen and stuff, I'll automatically make them sponsors. You know what I mean? Just without the monthly one, you know? Thank you very much for that, buddy. That is absolutely awesome. Really, really mean that. That is awesome. All right, so what else are people saying? Yep, people are saying, nice job, Peter, says Paul Taylor. Everyone's chanting, Peter, Peter. Larry Durrell says, see you next stream. Oh, okay, so everyone say goodbye to Larry Durrell, everyone. Larry Durrell's off. Thank you very much for tuning in, Larry Durrell. And as you can see, also on the screen, you can see there are two names on there. There is Brothers United and there is Peter Olsen. Those are the highest donations, or the highest total donations of the PayPal and the Super Chat. Brothers United has the highest donation in PayPal, and Peter Olsen has the highest amount of donations in the Super Chat, as you can see. So, if you want to go ahead and have your name there, you need to overtake one of those two, basically. Just throwing that out there, you know? Go ahead and have a donation spike. Oh, we got another notification there. And Peter Olsen has become a sponsor as well. Peter Olsen, my man. Peter, 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 Peter. Everyone chant Peter Olsen in the chat for becoming a sponsor. You know what that means, people? That means we have now hit the 5 sponsor goal today, which means now I can make a brand new emote. Tomorrow, I will go ahead and have a voting system. Probably do it on YouTube so it gets more viewers, so we can decide what our next emote will be. And I believe we get more emotes when we hit, I believe it's 10 sponsors. We get our next one. After that, I think you get like 20 or something immediately. So, there we go. Thank you very much, Pete. That is absolutely awesome. Obviously, the sponsorships on YouTube, they are very similar to the subscription basis on Twitch. You know, it's when you pay a certain amount every month and you get special privilege in chat. So, you know, if you are like Peter Olsen or any other of the sponsors such as Chelsea Taylor, Braid Twin, 4th Pixel, all those fine people, you can go ahead and type in colon in the chat on YouTube, that is, colon Fallout, and you'll see one called Fallout Preston. I'm going to paste it in there right now. And now you can see I made a little Preston Garvey emote appear in the chat. And now Preston Garvey can be going ahead and used as an emote by good old Peter Olsen as well. So there you go. And tomorrow I'll put up the vote on what our next emote will be. Alright, so what I want to do now, I want to go ahead and jump in game. I want to go ahead and jump in game so we can take a look at what we've done so far and fix any errors that we need to do. What else have we got? Creeper Limo says, people, we need a share spike. You're goddamn right we do, everyone. Share spike, everyone. Let's get a share spike going. We need a share spike going. All right. Remember, if you want to go ahead and make the streams be the best they can, share spikes are a fantastic way to do it, because the share spikes get lots of people in at a very rapid pace, and that's exactly what we need. All right, so what I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and open the Nexus Mod Manager so we can go ahead and check this in game. And check this. Yep, once again, the resolution would have been wrong, but I remembered to check it this time. Go ahead and make that 1920 by 0. I think it changes every time I adjust my colors on my monitor, which I do very regularly. Every time I want to play Battlegrounds, I add more vibrancy to my screen, so it looks prettier. Because as much as I love Battlegrounds, it looks damn boring with its colors. And they recently made it so that you actually can't go ahead and use the reshade anymore. Very sad day. Alright, so let's go ahead and launch this. And let's go. Peter Olsen says, at Final Render, how about a can of cram for the next emote? We could do. Yeah, a can of cram. What do they look like again? Is it a can of cram or is it a box of cram? I don't remember. And what even is cram? Is it mashed potatoes? I think so. I think so. Okay, Break Twin says, I say woof woof for the next emote. Well, is that what you want as the emote, basically? You want it to say woof woof. But yeah, some of the ones I'm thinking something like share spike or something. And I need to work out if we can get GIFs. Because that Preston Garvey image, the emote, is a GIF. But it doesn't move. And I want to know, can we actually get moving GIFs? You know, like Twitch can do that. Can we go ahead and do that? That one guy, you should definitely have more people in the chat. Can I have a shout out? That one guy wants a shout out. Shall we give him a shout out, guys? Well, yeah, go on then. There you are. Fantastic stuff. Where is my peasant stick? Where is my console peasant stick? There we go. Okay. So Chelsea Taylor says it's a can. I believe it's supposed to be the same as spam. Ooh, spam. Ah, fantastic stuff. We're knights of the round table, we dance when we're able. We routines, the chorus scenes, the footwork is impeccable. We dine while here in Camelot, we eat ham and jam and spam a lot. Okay, so why isn't my peasant stick working? Oh, it's not plugged in. Whoopsies. Did that. Alright, plug in the 360 controller right there. Alright, Kimberly A says cram is rip-off of spam, an American product of processed canned ham. Yeah. I don't think I've ever tried spam. I don't think I want to. Ham's pretty cheap as it is, you know. I don't really want to make it cheaper, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's already pretty cheap. It's like, I know that it might be good if you need it as, like, an additive or an extra ingredient or something, but like a spam sandwich or something? No, thank you. No, thank you. Maybe it used to be the case that spam was cheaper than actual ham, but now, you know, like processed slices of ham and stuff are so easy to go ahead and manufacture in the shops. You know, you can get like Tesco's own brand ham, you know? There's probably little point in spam, really, nowadays. Laura Elstrad says, sorry, Render, just joined on the way to kids' school. No notification on laptop or phone was charging. Oh, that's a shame. Sorry you didn't get a notification there. But, yeah. Welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in. Wi-Fi Wolf says, the blue people in your mod, are they from Avatar? The blue people in my mod. Oh, no. When you go ahead and look at the animations in the creation kit, they show up as like little blue ghosts. So that's just to let you know that you can interact with that item. If they're not actually, the people aren't actually there. You know, they're just little markers in the creation kit, they're called. They're known as markers. Lita Rodriguez says, spam is salty. Ugh, I don't like the idea of that. That doesn't sound very nice. That really doesn't sound very nice. Fourth Pixel says, fun fact, spam is not nice. You know what we haven't had in a long time? We haven't had a Final Render fun fact in a long time. Let's see. Let's try to think of a Final Render fun fact right here. Final Render fun fact, you know. All the fun facts straight from Final Render. Let's try to think of one right here. Normally I find a Final Render fun facts. There's a book somewhere in the house just full of fun facts. Trying to think of a Final Render fun fact. Oh yeah, here's a Final Render fun fact. When the stream's over, go into Google and look at pictures of young Stalin. Obviously, from Russia, young Stalin. He looks exactly like Robert Pattinson. No joke. Here's a fun fact for you. Alright, so here's what we've done so far then. Wow, that looks pretty. Okay, so the stairs. I thought we fixed the stairs, but actually it looks worse now. So we need to go ahead and maybe change the stairs altogether. And also what I should probably do, I should probably go ahead and adjust the weather. And also adjust the time of day so it looks bright in here, you know? Go ahead and use the True Storms weather control. I use True Storms as my main source of weather. Alright, let's go ahead and make it the clearest. Also, turn off the EMB. We can't have the EMB for some reason when we go ahead and do this in Diamond City, because Diamond City just looks way too dark with my EMB. You know, my EMB is too extreme for inside Diamond City, but it looks great in the regular Commonwealth. Okay, so let's go take a look. Alright, so we still need to lower those boxes a little bit, but as I said, we were thinking about covering it with flags and stuff. So yeah, these stairs, we'll probably just have to replace these stairs with an entirely different set of stairs, basically. Go ahead and do that. But the vines look good, don't they? The vines really do look good. They really do have a nice feel to them. And we've got our chessboard here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Oh man, look at it. You see, that's such a little thing. Loads of people probably wouldn't even notice that. But we've got it. Let's sit down on this chair, see if we can get a closer look in first person. Oh, dude. That looks so good. Doesn't that look cool, people? That looks really, really good. I like that. And yeah, and I think for the other team, because we can't do black and white, obviously, maybe we'll do, like, robots versus creatures. You know, we can have, like, mole rats in the front row. Deathclaw can be the king or something. Milo Queen can be the queen. Stuff like that, you know? I think that would be good. I think that would be good. Okay, Ogan Fitzgerald says check Twitter. Okay, yep, I'll do that in a bit. Okay, but are there any other errors that we need to fix? Those chairs look okay. Little texture bug right there on that little panel. We need to adjust the position of the back panels very slightly. What about the actual pillars and the vines? some of them aren't quite in line. You know, ones like that I can live with, but ones like this, you can clearly see they're not even attached, and some bits of the vines are intersecting with the actual pillar. So I need to adjust those a bit. Oh yeah, and by the way, people, if you're watching this stream and it looks very, very laggy, that'll just be the stream. I'm currently exporting a 60 frames per second video here in 30 frames a second to the stream. So therefore, what looks very laggy to you looks buttery smooth for me. So just keep that in mind. And we still got this section here. You know, we got these nice stone benches here. I'm thinking I'm going to keep the stone benches, actually. You know, because I like it. You know, I like the rose garden and stuff like that. Really, really nice. We'll have to put something behind it. You know, maybe put like a sign of some kind behind this, you know. Or maybe we could put the hedges there. Yeah, that's a brilliant idea. Good old final render. We could put the hedge there. Really like that. See, that would be a really nice Photoshop place, you know. Get a really nice thumbnail right there. You can go ahead and have your person sit there with the hedge behind. Yeah, I'm loving this garden area. I'm really loving this garden area. We're probably not going to do too much more else with this. You know, we'll probably add some more tables and chairs. Put the rails up. Put some flags on by the crates. Put a hedge there. And then call this little section done, you know? I really like that idea. And also we'll have to do the other creatures as well. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's jump out of this then. Jump out of game now that we've taken a look. Imaza Oozle says, I bet it will still lag in PlayStation 4. Well, maybe, dude. But one of the things I really want to do with this mod is use this opportunity to really try to learn how to optimize mods, you know? I want to do something so big that I have to learn how to optimize it, you know? That way, all my other mods will be better in the future as well, you know? Okay. So, Katniss says, maybe put an issue of public occurrences on the bench. Yep, we could totally do that. We could totally do that, indeed. That's not really a problem. What else have we got? People just talking about how much they hate spam, as in the food spam. Very, very weird. Oh yeah, we've got to go check the Twitter, haven't we? Go ahead and check the Twitter right there. Alright, so obviously, if you go ahead and into the description, you can find a link to my Twitter. And there we go ahead and share your selfies of you enjoying the live stream. Although most of it is just people making photoshops of me looking a bit weird. But let's see what we got. We got one right here from... We got one here from Chelsea Taylor again, who says, again, everyone watch the final render at Fallout Building with Mods live stream. As someone that constantly restarts their game to try new mods, he is one of the absolute best. I've watched him for years now and always love them. Oh, Chelsea, that's really kind of you to say. That's a really nice thing to say. And you're watching that on a MacBook Air. Ooh, very, very, very classy, Chelsea. Very, very classy. Thank you very much for sending in that image of you enjoying the live stream. That is very, very kind of you indeed. Very kind of you. Yeah, I've actually, here's a fun fact. Here's a Final Render fun fact. Final Render has never owned an Apple product. Never owned one. I mean, I've used them. Like, I remember I used them all out through university and college. And I had a job where I was required to use a Mac. In fact, I also had a MacBook which they gave me to use. But after I left that job, I obviously have to give it back. But no, I've never owned an Apple product. Never owned one. I don't have an issue with them. I've just never owned one, you know? Is what it is. Alrighty, so something I'm wondering actually. I'm going to check the Twitch actually. Because obviously this is now actually being restreamed to Twitch as well. So people on YouTube can watch it. But then again, also, it is going out onto Twitch as well. So I really want to see. Are people watching it on Twitch? You know, that's what I really want to know. A friend of mine is actually going ahead and streaming right now as well. He's streaming some Fortnite. That's pretty cool. And go ahead and load up our mod. Go ahead and get Diamond City. There we go. Active. Boom. Alright, so are people watching it on Twitch and stuff like that? Let's go ahead and see. I know nothing about Twitch, people. I have no idea how to check this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I actually have... Oh dear. No, I can hear myself talking. Be quiet, Final Render, you insolent fool. I have no idea if people are actually using it. I have no idea if people are actually watching my stream on Twitch. I have no idea how to check it. I don't even know. But hopefully someone is. Okay. If not, hopefully it's just brought in some new YouTube people. You know what I'm saying? Chelsea Taylor says, I may need to get a new PC soon, but this Mac is for college, set me back too much. Yeah, unfortunately that is the problem with laptops and stuff like that. Laptops do tend to be more expensive for what you get. But then again, you know, if you want, you know, the price of portability is a lot. You know what I mean? If you want it to be portable, it costs more money. You know, that's just the way it is. Alrighty. So what else have we got? Peter Olsen is going crazy in the chat saying, well, there's egg and bacon, egg and sausage bacon, egg and spam, egg, bacon and spam, egg, bacon, sausage, spam, spam, bacon, sausage, spam, spam, egg, spam, spam, bacon and spam, or lobster thume de creville with Monet sauce served in a proven scale manner with shallots and aubergines garnished with truffle pate, brandy and a fried egg on top of spam. Well, yeah, you probably could have that, but I imagine that would be a bit of a hassle to make, really. So I don't really know if I would want to go ahead and put all that effort into spam. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Okay then, so remember people, while the Creature Kit is taking forever to load, we hit our sponsor goal today of 5 sponsors. So if we can go ahead and get another 5 sponsors, we can get 2 more emotes. And then after that, I think you probably get like 10 after that or something like that. If we get to 10, I think we get given 5 emotes or something like that. So we'll have 7 in total, you know what I mean? Hopefully we can go ahead and get another 5 sponsors. And here's the thing, people. I actually worked it out. Roughly, if I got 1,000 YouTube sponsors on the streams, you know, we've had a few new ones today. If we get 1,000, I could live off that. Full time. No other incomes. So there's some food for thought for you right there. Roughly that amount. Anyway, Fourth Pixel, who is a sponsor, says, I'm off now. Okay, everyone say goodbye to Fourth Pixel, everyone. Everyone say goodbye to Fourth Pixel. We're actually going to be ending the stream in like 25 minutes or so. So, hopefully, you come in and tune in to the next one. Hopefully everything is okay indeed, Rooney. Okay. So it looks like it's just about to load up now. Excellent stuff, excellent stuff. It really takes a long time to load the Creature Kit, doesn't it? So yeah, how about while we're waiting, we go ahead and get another share spike in the chat. Let's go ahead and get another share spike while we are waiting. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Go ahead and get a share spike in the chat. I love doing that little graphic with the boom and the dust and the pow pow pow. My shalala, my ding ding dong. Excellent stuff. Alright, it's loaded now. Okay, fair enough. So let's go ahead and get up to our Diamond City. Turn the markers off. I still love these hanging baskets we've got. You know, these flower baskets in the basketball hoops. I love that. This is not just turning out to be a big mod. It's probably turning out to be one of the prettiest I've done as well, actually. And that's saying something. I try really hard to make them look pretty. Also, there's something I need to fix here, which has been bugging me. I always forget to fix this. This is intersecting with that just a little too much. There we go. Glad I remembered to fix that. So what do we need to do then? We needed to adjust some of these. Some of them, anyway. This one was the problem one primarily, wasn't it? That was the problem one. Okay, so just adjust it just a little closer like that. See, this one's a bit difficult because of the angle. If I rotate it a bit like that, it should make it a bit easier to see what I'm doing. Oop, done it. I want the red axis. There we go. Yeah. That's probably that one fixed now then. And I was going to grab the hedge, wasn't I? I was going to grab the hedge. Because that would make a really nice place to go ahead and sit down and take a photo, wouldn't it? That would be a really nice thing, I think. Alright, so now that that is done, let's go ahead and grab our... Well, not our hedge, but our little grass growing area. We go ahead and grab that because it makes sense. We can't just have a hedge growing out of the metal corrugated floor. We need to go ahead and grab this. Move it to just there. Oh, we got a notification there. What have we got? Braked Twin is now following on the Twitch. Thank you very much for following on the Twitch there. Like, if you're from the YouTube, you don't have to go ahead and follow on the Twitch because everything that gets streamed onto Twitch is also primarily going to be streamed here on the YouTube as well. So, but it's up to you. It's really up to you. Okay, so we got that there. That's fantastic. Let's go ahead and adjust some of these other things so that it can accommodate the new hedge we're going to put in. Go and accommodate the new bush. And then we can go ahead and throw our hedge in there. So, hedge. And there is one called like a pre-war hedge or something, isn't there? Hedgerow pre-war. Is this what we want? No, that's just like the kind of lichen, lichen stuff that grows, isn't it? It's not quite what I'm after. There is one which is legitimately a hedgerow. privet hedge post. That's it. Go ahead and check the other ones as well. There's that one which works well because it's less flat. That one's a bit too big. What about this one then? Oh, dip. Shrink that down a wee bit. These are the things which annoys everyone when you first get to Sanctuary Hills because you find you can't scrap them. These hedges right here. Freaking annoying things. You know, just huge obstructions to your building, these damn hedges. And you just couldn't get rid of them in Sanctuary Hills. But here in the creation kit we can. Heck, we can repurpose them for our own uses. Do we have any other textures? We've got the mossy vine texture there. Yeah, there we go. We got that there. Do we have any that are just green? I could have sworn we had some that were actually green rather than that color. Because the ones that are actually green, you know, they were green. There's that one. Let's just take a look at it. Oh, dip. Do I like that one? Or do I like... I have to shrink it down, of course. Go ahead and shrink this down. Which do I prefer? That's neater and has more color. But that looks a bit more messy. Let's go with the messy one, actually. I like the messier one, you know? Sometimes you need your bushes to be a bit messy. Right, now, where is a sign of some kind? If we can get like a kind of a random sign poking out of it of some kind. Oh, we got a notification there. What have we got? And Captain Peters is now following on the Twitch. Thank you very much for following on the Twitch, Captain Peters. That is very, very kind of you indeed. Thank you very much for doing that. And of course, if you're watching this on Twitch and you have never seen me before, I'm primarily on YouTube. We are streaming this on YouTube right now. So that's where you can find most of the content. But obviously all the live streams, which we do once every 2 days, they will also be on Twitch from now on. We're using the Restream program to go ahead and do that. So right now I'm just looking for some kind of sign. Kind of like the Red Rocket sign or something, you know, just some kind of decoration in a way, you know? Red Rocket. Oh dear. Red Rocket sign. Metal frame. That's not quite what I want. I mean the one by the actual pumps and stuff like that, you know? Red Rocket light. What's that? Oh, yeah. That's a cool little light. Could probably use that at some point. And we've got another notification. Jur Savu, Jur SUV is now following on Twitch. Thank you very much for following on Twitch, buddy. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you very much for doing that. That is very, very kind of you indeed. What have we got there? Billboards for Red Rocket. That's not what I want, though, is it? You know the sign I'm looking for? The one by the pumps. By the petrol pumps. The gas pumps. There is a specific sign. But no, it doesn't have to be that, I suppose. What if I just type in... maybe billboard? And, like, shrink one down? Obviously, we got these giant custom billboards. I just want something, you know? Something like that might be good. I think... Hubris. Is that one for Hubris Comics? Is there something on there? I think if you get this, you can shrink them down and change their texture. So you can have something else behind it. Let's try that. I'm going to shrink it down. So can I go ahead and change its texture to have a poster? Oh no, there is something right there. Oh yeah, fancy that. We've got like that right there. And we can go ahead and put it behind. I don't know if this fully works. But it's something, right? It's something. Nah, that one doesn't work. I like the idea of having some kind of background, but that just doesn't work. That just doesn't work. That specific one, I mean. Super duper mart ones. Thicket excavations. Nuka Cherry. Joe Spunkies. Joe Spunkies? Joe Spunkies was a person I knew in college. Got GNN. That might be good, actually, because that's a local one. The Galaxy News Radio. Or just base. No, those are the legs. We've got some legs already pre-applied there. We don't want the ones with pre-applied legs. Nah. I know what I'm trying to do. Ooh, that is real pretty. That is real pretty. We can definitely put that somewhere. And X-Hunter Chick X is now following. Thanks very much for following on the Twitch, all of you people. There's lots of people following on the Twitch. But obviously everything we do here is also going out onto the YouTube, isn't it? So, should I do it? I'll leave it for now. Again, leave it for now. Leave it for now. Make progress is what I always say. If you're spending ages in menus trying to fix stuff, you'll never make any progress. So just leave it for now and come back to it when you find the object naturally, you know? Or just deliberately set some time aside to go ahead and find the object. Otherwise, you won't make progress. We needed to adjust these a bit, didn't we? Let's go ahead and fix them just a bit. Just like that. There we go. So now that they work out quite nicely right there. Okay, so flags I wanted. We do actually have quite a lot of flags already in here inside Diamond City, so we can go ahead and use some of them as well. So we've got American flags there. I think that would be pretty good actually, just a typical US flag to go ahead and put up just to kind of hide some of these box seams, you know? Not only do I think they would do that anyway, just to go ahead and make it look neater, but it works. Do I want a US flag there though? Oh, we got another notification there. What have we got? Jen Italus is now following on Twitch. Thank you very much for going ahead and following on my Twitch there, buddy. That's very kind of you. So yeah, people must be going ahead and watching on Twitch. You know, that would be pretty cool if they are. Quick question, by the way, to do with this. I want to put flags here. Americans. Would you have an American flag kind of near the ground and stuff like this? I know that Americans do typically have rules saying that it's got to be high up, maybe? And I want to be genuine, you know, Americans, would you have a US flag like that? I'm asking honestly now, because I don't want it to, I want it to look convincing, and if Americans wouldn't do that, then there's no point doing it, you know? And we've also got like Brotherhood of Steel flags and stuff like that. Again, we only want the wall flag, so let's do flag wall. Alright, so we also got like railroad flags and stuff like that. Again, these are just for decorations. They're not necessarily to assign with any kind of actual organization, so to speak. They're just for decoration. So I think we can forgive just a little bit of velour unfriendliness here, you know? Go ahead and put that there. Okay, so I generally want to know about that, about the flag. Let's go ahead and take a look. President Bieber says, no, sir, that's a bit low. Lita Rodriguez says, yes, we would. Fallout 4 Boy 1 says no. I'll wait for a couple more. Okay, so Joe Potter says, oh geez, does Mark Z, Facebook owner, have something to do with Twitch? Does Mark Zuckerberg have something to do with Twitch? I don't think so, no. Twitch is owned by Amazon now, isn't it? I think so. Because if you get Amazon Prime, you also get a Twitch Prime. Alright, so what else are people saying about this flag thing? Some people are saying it's okay. Lita Rodriguez says technically it's part of the sky and it's not touching the ground. So as long as it's not touching the ground, it's considered okay. Is that kind of the rule that Americans have? As long as it's not on the ground. Tell you what. We've got a notification there. What have we got? Peter Olsen has donated again. $2 for Super Chat and says, as long as it doesn't touch the ground with the flag. Tell you what then. Tell you what. For the sake, just to avoid any kind of possibility of it touching the ground, let's have the US flag up high on the top here. I think that would be a cool way to do it. Have it right there. There we go. If we do that, it's definitely not on the ground and it's on display, you know? And it still is part of the decoration then, you know? Yeah, okay, that works. And some of the other flags, as I said, there are unique flags around in this area to do with the baseball stadium. And where are some of them? Over there. We've got ones like this. Let's go ahead and duplicate that. And bring it across this way. And these actually will move, I believe. These are animated to go with the wind. So therefore, if there's a radstorm or something, these these flags will blow in the wind, which I think is a really nice feature. And there are quite a few things which actually do interact with the wind and stuff in this mod. Primarily all of the suspension bridge cables. You know, if you're new here and you didn't see all of this work, all of these cables, they're not power cables, those are suspension bridge cables. We have anchor points all around the city, keeping this place, you know, strong and secure. With not only these giant pylons, these giant pillars, but also the suspension bridge system. Which I think is a really nice idea. So, this flag here. Let's see if we can go ahead and throw it up then. Rotate it that way maybe? Does it really work aesthetically though? That's the real question. Like, it works in terms of the lore. You know, there would be flags here. But it doesn't really work in terms of the design, you know. Because we can put these flags somewhere else, remember. Just because it doesn't work here doesn't mean it doesn't work altogether. Yeah, it doesn't quite work there, does it? We'll put those flags somewhere else, those big tall ones. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some of the other flags and stuff like that then. But is there really nothing else I can cover these with? I love the idea of covering them with the flags because it's just a perfect fit. But I don't know if there's anything else I could do instead, you know? If there's something else I could do instead, just like regular old curtains, then that would be fine as well, you know? It doesn't have to be flags. I like the idea of covering it with fabric because then it makes it look like a theatre stage, you know? And I like that idea. I think that's a very quick and easy way that they would go ahead and cover up the boxes, which the entire thing is suspended on. Because I imagine it would be kind of nailed together very quickly and easily. And then these flags are there to just kind of cover up the excess. Alright, so we've got those flags there as well. Oh, did I only grab 2 of them? Oh, I only grabbed 2 accidentally. Alright, let's go ahead and flip these around. Because these flags are actually only facing one way. So therefore, if you have them facing the wrong way, the kind of droopy part will be facing inside. Oh, yeah, see, I did grab it. I did grab it. I knew I grabbed it. Right. Got to grab that there. And now we need some more at the back. Now, oh, we got another notification there. What have we got right there? Brian Fuller donated $10 through Super Chat. Says $10 to compliment Peter Olsen from Pickmen. Brian. Everyone go ahead and say thank you very much to Brian Fuller in the chat for donating $10 via the Super Chat. That is very, very kind. And, of course, Peter Olsen, that was a message for you from Brian Fuller. So, thank you very much for that, buddy. That is very, very kind of you indeed. Very, very kind of you. Thank you very much for that, buddy. That is absolutely awesome. That is awesome. So now we've got that. We can also delete some of these problem boxes and stuff now the flags are in here. You know what I mean? It also helps cover up any kind of mistakes that we make, I suppose. That is a nice idea with it as well. Grab some of these flags. Oh, that Minuteman one really isn't attached, is it? It's way too far. There we go. Just like that. So it's probably wrong on the other side as well, isn't it? Yeah, it probably is. Oh, well, I'll have to fix that in a moment. Oh, dip. Okay, so now we've got that. Let's rotate these around. I know I said I would also start making buildings in the market stalls, but I don't think we'll have time for that this stream. I really don't think we'll have time for that this stream, but we'll have to make that a priority in the next stream. I might actually do some more of this off stream. You know, like add the rest of the tables and stuff like that, and maybe finish off the rest of the chess pieces, because that took a long time. Making that little chessboard right there, that took a lot of our time. So I might do the other opposing team off stream, you know what I mean? Alright, and also while we're here, I should probably also go ahead and check the Twitter again. Because obviously, if you guys are watching, you can send in your selfies of you enjoying the live stream onto Twitter. And we do have a few right here to go ahead and share. This is Joe Potter. Has got his huge collection of all of the Fallout stuff. Says Chelsea Taylor and Final Render, my collection. I also have the Pip-Boy. I have too much stuff and more coming. Also have a Tunnel Snake hoodie. Oh, cool. SOS 4 skulls in the background. That's pretty cool. Okie dokie. So we have got like, oh, is that a Forks figure? That is a Forks figure. Oh, that's nice. I like that. And we've got all the cool memorabilia and stuff like that. You've got some really cool stuff there. You've even got like some 9mm and some 7.62 rounds and stuff. That is really cool. That is really cool. You got lots of stuff. My God, you've got radiated water, silver shroud stuff. We got a notification there. Peter also has donated $2 through the Super Chat and says, thank you, Brian and Final, for using the bunting. Oh, says, Final, use the bunting. The bunting, the bunting. Where is the bunting? The bunting is in... what's the name of the place? It's in Concord, isn't it, the bunting? Yeah, we'll definitely go ahead and do that. Look at all of this memorabilia that Joe Potter has made. That is really cool. And another one. Brian Fuller has donated $2 through the Super Chat and says, no problem, Olsen. We will keep him alive. Brian. And also Peter. You guys are going off and having a donation off again. Are you guys going ahead and doing your donation spike thing again? Does anyone else want to join their donation battle? These guys have done this before. They've done it before. So what have we got? We got another one from, what's it called? Creeper Limo is Creeper King, who says, "Best that nothing is that brain. Oxthorn is that brain. And Final Render is that brain." Well, that's a very nice compliment there. Thank you very much, buddy, I assume. But obviously, I'm sure everyone else is also just on par. I'm sure everyone else is also on par. 3 more notifications right there. We've got FireZ Crafter. Says, "Join this handsome stallion as he builds Diamond City in the creation kit." That's exactly what we want to hear. FireZ Crafter, the handsome stallion indeed. That's me. Final Render. And what have we got here? We've got one from Fallout 4 Boy 1. Says, we've got a SpongeBob meme here. "Good afternoon, sir. Would you like to buy some Fallout?" Fallout? "Yes, sir." 3 or New Vegas? Fallout! I guess he really, really likes the Fallout right there. I'm trying to remember what that was. Was that the episode where they sold chocolate? I think so. I vaguely remember SpongeBob from my childhood. I was a little bit too old to watch SpongeBob, but SpongeBob is one of those cartoons where it's a bit cleverer than people initially think it is. You know, it's one of those ones that looks harmless, but is actually very witty at times. You know, I like cartoons like that. You know, ones that are a bit smarter than meets the eye. I suppose that's one of the reasons why people really like things like Rick and Morty, even though I've never seen it, is that it's quite clever. You know, it's pretty witty. Same for like The Simpsons and stuff like that. You know, The Simpsons is very witty and very clever and very, very satirical, but it doesn't appear to be at first glance, you know? So yeah, there is those flags right there. Alright, so the bunting. Is it called bunting? It's not called bunting. Okay, so we're going to have to go ahead and take a holiday to, what else are we going to do? We're going to have to go ahead and take a holiday to Concord, aren't we? Yeah, we'll go ahead and grab this bunting. Oh, actually, we need to fix these stairs. I'll fix the stairs in the off time. We need to go ahead and go to Concord in order to find out what this bunting is called. So, it is actually not a... It is a Commonwealth cell. Concord, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Go ahead and do that. Alrighty. Here we go, it's loaded now. Alright, so Concord. We've got to find its name there. And what have we got? A notification there. Peter Olsen has donated $2 through Super Chat, who says, "Fuller. Can't repeat it or it will block it as spam." So, oh, you were trying to say Fuller. But now we've got to say Peter. Everyone chant out Peter and Brian in the stream chat for going ahead. We're going ahead and donating more $2. More donation battles, please. That would be very much appreciated, people. But no, seriously, guys, thank you very much. That is very, very kind of you to go ahead and do that. Really, really is. Okay, what else are people saying in the chat? Okay, FireZ Game says, "You know what, Render? I always share for you." Oh, thanks very much, FireZ Games. I have noticed you're always going ahead and sharing the stream, which is exactly what we need from everyone. We need everyone who enjoys these streams to go ahead and share them. Alright, so, do you know what this really needs? A search function. It doesn't have one, though. It's all alphabetical, sure, but sometimes they have different names. Concord. Here we go. Luckily, this one is called Concord, which makes things much easier. What else have we got? Yep, people are chanting Peter and Brian. Peter, Brian. Laura Elstrad says, "You're never too old for SpongeBob." Well, there you go. Didn't they only make a very small amount of SpongeBob SquarePants? Didn't they only do like 4 seasons or something like that? Very small number, I seem to remember. They, you know, they kind of stopped that series, stopped that program while it was still good, you know? Alright, what else are people saying? FireZ Game says, "Oh, it's 11 o'clock. Oh, yeah, that's normally when we wrap up the streams. We'll grab this bunting while we remember. We'll grab the bunting, kind of paste it in there roughly so we know its name, and then we'll end the stream there because I need to go to sleep." Okay, Fallout 4 Boy 1 says, "Final, build your real house in Fallout." No, I'm going to say no to that. I want to keep my real house separate to what you guys see. Does that make sense? Just a bit of privacy, you know? And obviously, I don't really need to do that. But I choose to, you know? Okay, so there we go. We've got that bunting right there. Go ahead and grab that. My camera will die. And grab that bunting right there. Is there any other bunting, or is it just that one variant, that really long variant? Yeah, just that one really long variant. Well, we've got it anyway. We've got it. And we've also got the other one, of course. Let's go ahead and paste that into where we were before in our recent cells. In our recent cells right there. And it will load up the Diamond City cell again, and then we can go ahead and place them in. Excellent stuff. Alright, so let's just go ahead and place these in as we wrap up the stream. I need to go ahead and make my final render layer, the active layer, indeed. I don't know if I did that before. Oh dear. Okay, it's really not the end of the world. It's just somebody keeping neat and tidy on my behalf. And we got another notification there. What have we got? Brian Fuller has donated another $2. He says, come on guys, who's going on the boards too? That's a good point actually. We've only, if you look at the boards on the top of the right of the screen, we've only got Brian and Peter up there. Is anyone else going to contribute their name to the donation boards right there? You know, if you go ahead and sponsor, PayPal donate, or Super Chat, your name appears on that top right board. So go ahead and join the board, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, this bunting, yeah, I like this more than the flags, because it's neutral, the flags. Because realistically speaking, would you have a railroad flag there? Not necessarily. You definitely wouldn't have a Minuteman and Brotherhood of Steel one on there. Because the Minutemen were destroyed when this was built. And the Brotherhood of Steel only turn up in the game, you know what, maybe a third of the way through the main story. That is a bit of a problem with having mods which add huge kind of Brotherhood of Steel bases. Is that they wouldn't be there necessarily. They would only be there after the Brotherhood of Steel arrives. So if you find that huge Brotherhood of Steel base before the Brotherhood of Steel turn up in the main story, then it's not really lore friendly. Not that I care about lore friendly, of course, you know what I'm like. I'm not too big on that lore friendliness right there. Alrighty. We'll go ahead and grab that bunting. This makes much more sense than the flags, doesn't it? Yeah. Not only that, but it's also quite universally nice. We need to go ahead and put it pretty much level with this. Because it actually does have a little lip on it, as you can see. Just a little lip like that. And we can go ahead and scale it up a bit. Lower it down a bit. What actually is this called, by the way? Just I know for reference. Banner. It's called a banner. Okay, there we go. I'll remember that for the next time. Alright, go ahead and move that there. That's getting in the way. Okay, Joe Potter says, I remember watching the young ones as a kid. Ah, good old days. Once in every lifetime comes a love like this. Oh, I need you. You need me. Yeah, I know the young ones. I remember generally being very sad at the passing of Rick Mail. I remember being very sad. You know, because I love watching Bottom. Fantastic. You can actually watch all of their live shows on YouTube. Although you should probably just go ahead and buy the DVDs, of course. But you can watch them if you've never heard of them. I do recommend watching Bottom. Young Ones has dated quite a bit, unfortunately. And if you're outside the UK and you're of a certain age also, you might not understand all the jokes in the Young Ones. Because, you know, they made jokes about, like, the video nasties. And they made jokes about, what else is there? Just kind of general kind of 80s humor. And you might not necessarily understand some of the humor if you're outside the US. But hey, I definitely recommend it. It is classic sitcom. It's a kind of a revolutionary sitcom anyway, to say the least. Alright, so, enough talking about the young ones. Let's go ahead and line up this banner. Just like that. There we go. And that's a little too big now, isn't it? That's a little too big. Let's go ahead and scale it down a little bit. Gonna make it 9.6 maybe. How about I do it this way? Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong one, aren't I? Clicking on the wrong one, darn it. I want to click that one. And make it a bit smaller, just like that. And put it up on the Z-axis. Go and adjust it by one little unit, just like that. One little unit, just like that. That'll work well. Yeah, that's much nicer, isn't it? That's much nicer. Alright, what else are people saying? Peter Olsen says Bottom is not available in the US. Regional coding and all that. Okay, that makes sense. You know, it would have been shot in a PAL and stuff like that. But as I said, you know, they are on YouTube. I mean, whilst I shouldn't promote people watching it on YouTube and stuff like that, but if you can't buy it in the US, then I suppose it's a good thing that you watch it that way. I suppose at least you're seeing it then, you know? And you're remembering good stuff. But yeah, I think you can go ahead and watch them online, you know, which have been straight captured from original recordings. Alright, go ahead and... I'll tell you, I'm going to wrap it up here anyway. So I've placed those there for now. It's going to be a bit of a nuisance to line those up. So, yeah. Okay. People are saying they want 30 minutes more. Okay, okay. Yeah, tell you what, okay. Seeing as we've had such a good stream, and we've hit 5 sponsors now. And of course, we have also gone ahead and had some pretty darn big donations from Peter Olsen and Brian. And anyone else wants to go ahead and get on the donation board at the top right of the screen, then you can go ahead and do that. And we've had lots of new followers and stuff as well. Then we'll go ahead and jump in game now. We'll do like another 10 minutes or so. Not another half an hour or so. I really can't do that. I'm getting too tired right now. But we will go ahead and see what the kind of fixes look like. Oh, actually, we do need to line this up. We might as well line this up before we go ahead and jump in game. So obviously this is huge, so we really need to scale this down. Scale this down. Tiny little flags. Tiny little flags for tiny little celebrations. Tiny little flags. Tiny little flags. What was that Robin Williams joke that the French version of the Swiss Army knife had a tiny little white flag inside it? Oh, bless you, Robin Williams. I was also very sad when he died as well. I don't know what it is about comedians passing away, but I always find it very, very sad, in particular when a comedian passes away. I don't know why that is. Alright, so this bunting then. It's kind of at an angle right now. We can't go ahead and do that. Let's have it at 0 to start with. And now let's rotate it. Unfortunately, it's kind of made at an angle. Its center point is at an angle, so I can't just type in 90 degrees. Because that's wrong. Alright, so 40 degrees. It doesn't have to be straight 45. Oh, we might as well make it 45, I guess. Maybe I was wrong there. Maybe it is possible to go ahead and just get it straight. There we go. And obviously, this does blow in the wind as well. There we go. Go ahead and put that right there. And we'll also go ahead and put it on the other frame as well. We won't do it to the front part because we've got the US flag on that part. You know, we don't want too many flags in one spot. Let's go ahead and just kind of casually line this up. Casually line this up. Again, I can make little adjustments and stuff later, should I need to. Won't put it on the front one. And this needs to come up a little bit. There we go. That's what the people saying in the chat. Joe Potter says, Bowie really got me when he died, yeah. And absolutely loved Robin Williams. Yeah, it was very, very sad when Robin Williams died. Joe Potter says, I don't want to see Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie die. Well, they will at some point. Peter Rod says, that final render, or Eddie Izzard's, do you have a flag bit? Oh, yeah, that bit. Yeah, I know the Eddie Izzard bit. Fun fact, actually, I very nearly ran into Eddie Izzard without realising it, if I'm completely honest. I was just walking down the town to go and get some money from the cash point, from the ATM. And then there was a huge crowd. This is during the British general election, when that was going on, the last one, I mean. And he was actually in there with the representative of Labour Party. And I didn't realise it. I don't remember who the actual representative of the Labour Party was, but he was there with them. And, you know, I nearly bumped into him. And I just totally didn't realise. You know, I just kind of went past the crowd and went, oof. Sorry, nearly bumped into him. Fun fact. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump in game. Okay, Katniss Pearson says, yay for physics-enabled flags. Yeah, I much prefer it when the flags have the actual physics and stuff like that. That's very, very... It really does make it much more possible, you know? Joe Potter says, I'll be singing that song later. Only issue I have with the Pip-Boy is none of my phones ever could fit. Ah, cool. Maybe I'll check in a minute, Creeper Lima. Are you referring to me singing the song for the young ones? that really is kind of an infectious song, you know? That really does get stuck in your head. Oh, by the way, people. Like 2 days ago, I think it was Red Dwarf's birthday. You know, the British sitcom. It had its 30th birthday the other day. That's pretty darn cool, isn't it? All right, also checking the Twitter while we're jumping in game. We have got one there, again, from Creeper Lima, who has shown off his Vault Boy t-shirt. That's pretty nice, actually. I do have a Fallout shirt, but it's a very simple one. It's just a blue shirt with, like, the Vault Tech logo right there. I often wear it, but I often wear it with something else and stuff like that over the top, so you often can't tell. Okay, let's jump in game. Go ahead and see what's up. FireZ Game says, Render, I will watch this every day, every hour. Well, of course, they do go ahead and get saved on the DVR, so you can do that. Alright, so let's just quickly go ahead and check some of the errors we fixed and check some of the things we added, see if they work, you know what I'm saying? And then we will call the stream quits. You know, we started off very well, you know, we started off with like 60, 70 people, but now obviously as it's got later and later, people have dripped off. There's only 36 people watching right now, and primarily that's why I keep them at 2 hours, because typically after 2 hours, people are leaving anyway, you know, at their own accord, especially people in the UK, you know, because it's gone 11 o'clock here now. Alright, so what else are people saying? Alrighty, so Larry Durrell says, I want to build a wall of final sponsors. If you want to go ahead and do that, do that. And remember, you know, just above the chat box, you can go ahead and hit that sponsor button if you want to. Remember, tomorrow I will be putting up a poll onto YouTube asking you guys, what will the next emote be? I'll probably put up some examples and stuff like that. And then we'll be able to go ahead and vote what we want the next emote to be. And if we get another 5 sponsors, then we'll go ahead and get, I think it's 3 new emotes after that. So, you know, the more sponsors we get, the more emotes we can use. FireZ Games says, who's loving the stream? I'm loving the stream, people. I'm loving the stream. It's been a good stream. You know, it has been a good stream, you know. We haven't had too many new people watching the stream, but we've had all the normal classic people coming. We've had some good donations from the regular viewers. We've had lots of good engagement. We've done some really good progress. We haven't actually done anything big. We haven't done anything big. We've done lots of little things in this mod. But as I said, I honestly don't mind working on this mod for weeks and weeks. If it's brilliant. If it's brilliant. You know, something I would love is that for this mod to be in pretty much every mod reviewer's video that week when this comes out. That would be pretty sweet, wouldn't it? Okay, let's go ahead and see what this is like. Okay, the EMB is on right now. So, yeah, it's pretty dark in here. Let's go ahead and see what's new. Alright, so we added that hedge there. Yeah, let's turn off the EMB, actually. Make it a bit brighter in here. So that's the hedge we added. Let's go ahead and sit down right there. See what that's like. Come on, sit down. There we go. Sit down on that bench right there. And see what it's like. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's go into the free camera so I can maybe get some photos and stuff for... well, not tomorrow's thumbnail, but the thumbnail after that, you know. Oh, yeah, there we go. Go ahead and get some screen steam shots here. There we go, just like that. And we got the flag there. Does the flag work? Yeah, the flag works pretty much. It's not glitching or anything. That works out quite nicely. And what about this? Yeah, I'll have to spend some time properly lining up that bunting, but that works well. And did we fix this error? Yes, we fixed that error with the platform. And what about the flags? They are very small. They are very hard to see, but they are indeed there. And maybe if we add some lamps or something to the top, if we add some lamps to the top, then it will actually draw people's eye to those flags at night. So they won't go unnoticed forever. But, you know, they might not notice them until nighttime, you know? So there we go, people. We really didn't do too much this stream in terms of scale, but we did make some really nice stuff. You know, in particular the chessboard. You know, as I said, you know, probably off stream, probably tomorrow maybe, I will make the opposing team of this chessboard. You know? I think that'll be really, really nice. Really nice indeed. Go ahead and turn on the menus right there. Okie dokie. So, Joe Potter says, I was thinking you were going to sit on the hedge. Sounded like one of my school zoo trips. Lol. You sat in a bush at a school trip to a zoo? Okay, fair enough. Each to his own. But yeah, I really love this little chessboard. This definitely might be my favorite thing that we have built this stream. This little chessboard here. So cool. All the little robots and stuff like that. I love it. I love it. Okay, yeah. So it's probably time to wrap up this stream here. There we go. Turn off that recording. Alright, so let's go ahead and save this game here. And let's quit it out. Okay then, so... thank you very much for tuning into this stream then, people. As I said, it's been a really good stream indeed. Hopefully very soon, my new internet will arrive so that we can get these streams going in much better quality. This stream was actually restreamed to Twitch as well, so there might be a bunch of new people watching this on Twitch. And if you are watching this on Twitch, thank you very much. Obviously, we do stream on YouTube. That's where you can go ahead and get all the interaction in the chat and stuff like that if you are watching it on Twitch. And, yeah, really hope that you did enjoy the stream if you are new, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next stream. So, thank you very much for all of the donators. Thank you very much for all the new sponsors. Remember, 5 new sponsors, that is fantastic. If we hit 1,000, I can live off streaming, basically. So, we've got to keep up the sponsors. We've got to keep up the sponsor train. Renderlings for the wing, says Katniss, which is exactly true. The Renderlings always win. We have got the best community on YouTube. We really have. And I look forward to seeing you in the next stream. So thank you very much for watching. Remember, the next stream will be the day after tomorrow, 9 p.m. GMT, which is British time, 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And I'll see you around. This has been the final render, and you've been the audience. Until next time, farewell. But bye, guys. Bye-bye. Hope to see you again soon. See you on the next stream the day after tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.